marching band performing our national anthem as we get ready for the Ducks and the Golden Gophers here at Autzen Stadium. A rare Friday night game here in Eugene. I'm Joey Mack, wrapping up the OCCU pregame show. My thanks to Chris Clayton, Ryan Milano, Ashley Gentry, and Dusty Hara down on the Toyota sideline. John Lundquist, our statistician, and alongside Mike Jorgensen, the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen, has the call when we come back to Autzen on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be walking to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, most opt into rewards. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Is on the way up. It's long enough. It looks good. Atticus Sambleton has given Oregon the lead.
It just gives you that feeling, that thrill of playing football. Can't really explain it. It's amazing.
November, we're trying to go undefeated in November to the playoff.
So everybody take a deep breath. Just embrace this moment.
Pressured, sacked. Dewey already got to him. Throws it. Got him wide open. Touchdown. Gary Bryant Jr.
I'm out here playing the same game as before, but just knowing it's tough time right now. We got to perform at our best.
Got it wide open. Benson. Touchdown, Oregon. How about a touchdown, Oregon? The Ducks are flat rolling.
Oregon.
Be a little bit different Friday Night Lights, make it a fun environment for us.
Minnesota.
Go out there, make it feel like high school game, fly around, have fun with your brother.
This is Duck football.
Oh, what a rush. It is just never gets old.
Learfield and the Oregon Sports Network bring you live play-by-play coverage of Oregon Duck football. Today's game is brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point. McDonald's, the official breakfast of University of Oregon Athletics. Have your McDonald's favorites delivered right to your door with McDelivery. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. By Toyota. Let's go places. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com. And by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. It's game time on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Now back to the Country Financial Broadcast booth and the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Right now. Come on, Duck fans.
Well, I keep saying, come on, Duck fans. Down on the field. It's so fun getting to visit with him during the week and then watching him get the crowd all hyped up, if you will. The student section a little late arriving on the far side as the Ducks get ready to host the Golden Gophers here on Friday Night Lights. In fact, the entire crowd a little late arriving. Not surprisingly, Jordan, it's a Friday. A lot of people had to work, late getting off work. And then there was another day off this week with Veterans Day for a lot of folks. So really difficult to get here on a Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. If you're working your normal work day until even maybe they give you a half hour to get off early at 4:30. It's jam-packed on the roads around here with a 6 o'clock start time. So it's tough just to get into your parking spot or wherever parking may be out in lots, outside the stadium and out in the fields and various things like that. It takes you a while to get in here. Right now, the crowd is spilling in, all in white cowboy hats everywhere. It's kind of neat to see, but it'll fill up.
It's interesting to look down to our left to see the maroon and gold of the Minnesota Golden Gophers fans. There are a lot of them here. They've traveled a long way, and I got a chance to meet a couple of them downstairs on my way in. We're amazed at our stadium, thought it was beautiful, our entire complex. How do you guys do it out here? I said, well, We just do.
Yeah, and it was a California weather day, frankly.
It was.
I mean, maybe not Southern California now, but it was 65 degrees and sunny when I got here at 5 o'clock, so they must have been shocked with that, too.
It's like this all the time. Well, these teams have met 4 times previously, 2 of those 4 times in the Sun Bowl. How about that? The first meeting was in 1961 in Minneapolis, and the Ducks lost that one 14-7. They've all been close games. The second meeting was interesting. I started looking this up, and I noticed the name. I thought, I got to read this. September 27, 1975. A go-ahead field goal with 32 seconds left to push Minnesota to a 10-7 win over the Ducks. Here's the big part. The kick capped a 14-play drive that started the Minnesota's 20. The highlight was an 8-yard scramble by Tony Dungy.
Oh, jeez, really?
Yes. How about that? That's a highlight. And the other games, by the way, in 1975, Minnesota won that one too, 10-7. Another tight ball game. The Sun Bowl in 1999. We're trying to get home before Y2K. It was a game on New Year's Eve, and the Ducks won that one 24-20. Meanwhile, the last meeting, 2003, in El Paso at the Sun Bowl, Minnesota won that one 31-30. All very close ball games.
They were great games. Those 2 Sun Bowl games were fantastic. Oregon got one of them, lost a close one in the other, but it was quality football in El Paso.
Ducks are missing a lot of guys. And the big question is next man up. And I've talked about this a little bit, I guess, here this evening. And that is, I think Oregon's recruiting over the last 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even 8 years has been so good that we're going to get a chance to see tonight that next man up. The depth of the depth chart, is it what it has looked like when they've recruited as well as they have?
You just never know when it's going to be your turn, your time, and in these, regardless of the position of which guys are going to have to step up, you got to be ready to step up as Minnesota enters the field. But you're right, Jerry. The depth is going to be tested. It is being tested. It was tested last week. It's going to be tested here tonight as you try to get guys healthy. But in the meantime, people have to step up and do their role.
This was the availability report for Oregon. Out, DeCorian Moore, Gary Bryant Jr., Sione Lalu, Evan Stewart, Trey McNutt, Dewan Riggs, Jaden Lamar, Janoris Wilson, I'm not done, Dylan Gresham, Jack Ressler, all out. And questionable, Kenyon Sadiq, Devin Jackson, Tiana Gray, and Alex Harkey. And by the way, the Duck and the Harley are not questionable. Here comes the Harley. Come on, Ducks. Here come your Ducks. For just a moment, I was wondering if somebody gave the Harley a little early cue. But on schedule, the Ducks come out in their white pants, green jerseys, white helmets. Minnesota in the maroon pants, white jerseys, and the white helmets. Dusty hair down below. How are your ears after that Harley comes out of the tunnel?
I'll tell you what, that one seemed a little bit louder than normal. I mean, the Harley was revved up and ready to go today. And usually the Duck kind of sits on the back of the Harley for a little bit. It was go time right when the Duck got on. They gave him the flag, and it was on the way down to the other end of the field. And guys, for a Friday night, you said the crowd is a little bit late arriving. It's filling up. It's not going to be an empty house, and they are on tilt. It's going to be a fun night tonight at Autzen Stadium.
But I love to see almost the entire team heads down to the end zone when they come on, all kneel and in their own way. A prayer before this game begins. Captains coming out. Number 22 is Jaden Kennedy. Number 36 is Atticus Sappington. 9, Jamari Johnson. And number 6, Noah Whittington. Those 4 come out to meet with Minnesota. And let's go down and join our referee. Francisco Villar. Hands shake all around.
Minnesota, you're the visitors. The biggest tails, that is heads. That's heads, that's tails.
Looks like Oregon might have won the toss. Let's wait and see, or hear, if you will.
Oregon has won the toss and has elected to receive to start the game. Let's have some fun.
All right, there you go. And Ryan Milano was my spotter. What was the name of the captain for Minnesota? Derek LeCaptain was the captain for Minnesota. All right. It's going to be a fun night. A lot of cowboy hats out there tonight. Hopefully we don't see any of them on the field. But we might before this game is over. Students have done a great job. Still a few seats above there that'll fill in. But it's going to be another loud crowd here tonight at Autzen Stadium. Friday Night Lights. The Ducks and the Golden Gophers. Not the Vikings. Here on the Oregon Sports Network for Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. Oregon will go on offense from our right, going to our left, east to west, as they win the toss. And Jorgie, I'm a little surprised they take the ball. They've been, if they had a choice, go on defense. But Dusty Harris said, oh, you bet. They want the ball. They want to make a statement early.
Yeah, Dusty, I like what you said. Say it again.
Yeah, I think Oregon just wants to put it on them early. You set the tone and send a message early with the offense on the field. And I love that call. They trusted the defense so much this year. Put the offense out there, let them operate.
It will be Brady Denneberg who will kick it off. 47 kickoffs, 37 touchbacks. He's got a long leg. Pretty good on field goals as well if it comes to that. His longest, 59 yards. We've seen some pretty good kicking this year.
Can you imagine being Noah Whittington down there on the field right now? Oh, what a rush that may be.
I can't imagine.
Oh.
And the noise. The fans do their part. Music blaring. Here's the approach to the ball. Foot into it, and we are underway. This ball's going to go way into the back of the end zone and bounce out. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Dante Moore, most likely Noah Whittington. And we'll check along the offensive line and see who is there. Iapani Laulu is obviously going to be the center. And Alex Harkey, who did not play last week, is in and will start. Dave Raiuli, rather. Isaiah Roller on that left side. So, let's see. And yeah, there is Kenyon Sadiq, who will start tonight. Did not play last week. Trips left for Dante Moore. Whittington to his left. Now one receiver runs and sets up right. Dante with a snap. Handed off right away. Whittington is tackled almost immediately. It's going to be very short, if maybe no gain. All right. Jefferson Howard, or Jackson Howard, got into the backfield just after Whittington got that handoff.
Yeah, he got that handoff, and a defender came from the end and came basically unblocked right down the line of scrimmage to make that play.
Dante Whittington to his right. Second down and 10. Back to throw. Dante with time, throws it out, got him caught. It's going to be Johnson, and Jamari turns it upfield close to a first down. Catch of about 7 yards, then he goes for another 2, almost 3, to the 34. And Oregon will go with a little tempo here. Maybe not. No, they're going to bring a couple of guys in from the side. So Whittington will go back out, or out. And Dier Hill and Jordan Davison both in the ball game. Let's see if they both line up in the backfield, and they do. One. And now Sadiq shifts up and under center. Or handed off. Davison right side. Little misdirection. A lot of eye candy for Oregon. Started with Sadiq in the backfield. He set up to the left. And then the motion man was Hill, who came out. Oregon trying to do a lot of things eye-candy-wise, Jordan.
Yeah, first down there, not by much. I mean, there wasn't much push up front by the offensive line. Davison got his body up in, big body up in there, and was able to push to the 35-yard line for the first down.
Well, he barely got it, but they'll take it at the 35 first down from that shotgun again. Whittington back in and to the right. Snap, turn, hand it to Whittington. Trying to find something, nothing there. He'll get a couple of hard yards, maybe 3 on first down as he gets it out to the 38-yard line. Minnesota has been good. They only give up 108 yards per game rushing. So the middle has been hard yards against Minnesota, but that was true against Iowa last week as well in Oregon.
They've been consistently good against the run all season long.
Here's 2nd down and 7. Johnson out to the right. 2 receivers there, 1 to the left. And a snap back to throw. Straight drop. Want to go deep. Got him way down there. And did he catch it? Benson, was he inbounds? He was. Malik Benson got lost to the right down the right sideline in front of the Oregon bench. And then it was just a matter of can he make the catch before he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the ball kind of thrown to the outside. Looked like it was going to almost be thrown out of bounds. But Benson catches that ball, gets his left foot in. I wouldn't doubt if they take a look at this again. But it looks like his left foot is just barely in bounds.
43 yards on the pass play to the 24-yard line. He taps the toe just before he goes out. Out to the right goes Benson. 1 receiver out to the left. That's McClellan. Yeah, we're going to get this. I'm not surprised they're going to stop this. But Oregon called the timeout. Wow. Okay.
First time out of the half.
Well,
Oregon.
Big pass completion for the first down all the way down, and we're going to get a timeout. But Dante Moore now has 1,942 passing yards in his Oregon career. That moves him into 30th place in Oregon's career passing list. Just ahead of Mike Jorgensen, who played for the Ducks from 81 to 84.
As soon as you went down that path, I knew exactly what you were doing.
John Lundquist is a legend.
Oh, my gosh. By the way, Jorgensen's 1,913 passing yards as a Duck are 1,913 yards more than all the people in our radio booth passed in their college careers.
Thank you.
So there you go. All right. Thank you. 11:56 left first quarter. No score.
Payback's a bitch.
John Lundquist. Thank you for the numbers. We're back with more. No score early in the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going. And Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Whoa, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a Dang Green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler. It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Dang Green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be welcome to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, must opt into rewards. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to our Country Financial broadcast booth. Jerry Jorge and Dusty here. Dusty downstairs, our Toyota sideline Mike. Well, the kind of start Oregon has wanted so far, running the ball not so effectively, but the big pass play, Dusty.
Yeah, taking shots down the field is something that if the opportunity's there, take it. We haven't seen very many of them over the last couple of games because the weather has played such a big factor. Tonight, a beautiful night in Eugene, Oregon, and Dante Moore goes top shelf to Malik Benson saying, hey, we may got a couple guys out, but we still got playmakers.
Malik Benson, his 21st catch this year, 3 touchdowns. He has become a key guy, particularly with the injuries Oregon has faced on that wide receiver group. It is first down, 24-yard line of Minnesota, right hash. Two receivers come out to the left for Dante Moore, and now Benson goes in motion all the way to the right, make it one each way. Whittington to the backfield, under center, Moore. Snap, turn around, play action, wants to throw. Pressure, but gets it down and wide open. Diving catch for Sadiq. I don't think he got in, but that's one heck of a catch. Holy cow, did he stretch out. I thought he had no chance.
I thought it was overthrown. And he laid out, and he's got sticky hands. He's made a few of those catches today. That one was spectacular.
Power left, give it to Whittington. No, he kept it and almost got it in. He got tripped up, but he didn't get to the goal line. Dante Moore on the keep. The play, I thought he gave that to Whittington. He went left and just got tripped before he got to the goal line.
I did too. Well, that catch by Sadiq was fantastic. He's made those all season long by just laying out with sticky hands and able to make the catch. And it looked like Oregon was going to get an easy one there, but a trip up. Nice play in the backfield to be able to get Dante down.
Shotgun, gonna go back to throw. Dante the back of the end zone, and it was it tipped? Because that ball was very high. Wide open. He had a receiver that was Saliapaga, who was open in the back of the end zone. Just got lost back there.
Boy, making this a lot more difficult at the half-yard line than they should.
Yeah, I don't know why that ball sailed on him so high, unless it might have been a lineman in his way or maybe tipped. Here's that power. Grace up at the fullback out of that I formation. Dante under center. Davison behind to the I. Turn. Give it to Davison going right. Try to cut it back. I don't know. Going to be tough. Did he get there? Yes! Touchdown! Jordan Davison. Not easy.
No.
But he got there. Touchdown, Oregon. And you're right, Jordan. They made it a lot tougher than it seemed they would need to.
Boy, first and goal from the half-yard line. Looked like Dante was going to score. Didn't get in, and then go to the pass game on second and goal. And if not for that extra effort, that second effort there by Jordan Davison, they don't get in, and they're thinking about having to go for it on fourth down. What an effort by Davison.
Zach Grace with a block up front, and then Pregnon, who actually Davidson rolled over to get into the end zone with a block that helped him get in.
Taking their time to take a look, aren't they? And we'll get a new look here, Jerry.
I don't think his knees went down at any point. I think he rolled over the top. Yeah, his body never...
Did his elbow go down,
Well,
though?
might have.
Nope.
Nope, they call it a touchdown. So, Atticus Sappington to make it a 7-0 ball game. And we're just 11 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. The snap and the kick. And good. It's 7-0 Oregon. By the way, all season long, On Point making a donation of $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation for each touchdown the Ducks score at Autzen Stadium. And there's your first 1,000 here tonight. 7-0 Oregon. Ducks took it downfield in a hurry. The passing game working really well. But Minnesota shows you why they're hard to run against. Ducks will try to figure that out. It'll be kickoff Oregon to Minnesota. We come back to Autzen, the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Les Schwab Tires, our hearts shine bright. There's a toy drive in store local children delight. For those who don't get many presents, you see, we aim for the season to sparkle with glee. In past toy drives, you've helped us inspire bright holidays for all, and our hearts never tire. So bring in a toy we kindly implore to fill a little neighbor's heart with joy to the core. This holiday season, give the gift of joy. Go to Les Schwab Tires to donate new unwrapped toys.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Oregon.
Got a block. 10-5.
Minnesota.
Touchdown, Oregon.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Welcome back to our Country Financial broadcast booth. Today's game brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oregon, the drive.
Great way to open the game. You know, we said, geez, Oregon, I thought they might go on defense. Well, now we know why they went on offense, as they came right out to open the game. The Toyota drive summary, 9 plays, 75 yards in 4 minutes, 12 seconds is what it took. Jordan Davison with his 11th touchdown this season. A 1-yard touchdown run on third down. Sappington's extra point. And it's Oregon 7, Minnesota nothing. 10:48 left here in the first quarter. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And looks like here, pass plays of 38 and 23 yards on that drive to get Oregon into scoring position.
Kenyon Sadiq was the big play. I mean, it looked like the ball was overthrown at the 1-yard line. He laid out, fingertips on it, and brought it in. That was huge.
Yeah, welcome back, huh?
Sure, it was good having him back, no doubt about that. By the way, Jordan Davison, the way he's going, every 400 yards, he gets, every 100 yards he gets, he's got 404 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns. So that's 2 touchdowns every 100 yards, right? That's amazing. I would say you can call him Oregon's short yardage guy, but he's got a 67-yard run this year, so he can do both.
There's 15 touchdowns between the two freshmen, he and Deere Hill.
How about that?
Pretty amazing.
Deep, Coy Parrish, 11 returns, averages 21 yards. A return has got a 56-yarder, so he is the deep man.
Pretty good safety, too.
Down to the left. And the kickoff. Sappington from our right to our left. Oregon again in the white pants, green jerseys, yellow numerals. In the white helmets, crimson pants, white jerseys. Here's the approach. Foot of the ball deep, and this one will not be run out. That's going to land about 5-6 yards deep in the end zone and come out to the 25. It will be Drake Lindsey, a 6'5", 230-pound redshirt freshman at quarterback. 62% effective this year. Not a big running quarterback. He's carried the ball 24 times for minus 68 yards, so not a running threat. Fime Ijiboy, 6 feet even, 210, a redshirt freshman. He's the big running back, although Darius Taylor has only 2 fewer carries than Ijiboy does. And it is under center for Lindsey. It's on 25. Ijiboy running back behind him. Wideouts left and right. Motion man comes across to the left. And now penalty flag. They didn't get the play off. Play clock.
False start. 50 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So when the play clock issue, it was a false start.
Yeah, good eyes, Ryan. It's one of those ones where sometimes you can sneak somebody in the backfield that you don't realize you think's a running back. And Lyons was a receiver. He came out of the game, so let's see that they go back to the running back in the tailback position.
Darius Taylor in now number 1 at running back. So that was going to be, now they split the quarterback out, go to a Wildcat. Straight snap is going to be, and here's the pitch. Is going to be a flea flicker. No, little screen pass. Pretty good one. 20, 23, 24-yard line and out of bounds. So from 1st and 15, they'll go to 2nd and about 11. Little trickeration early for Minnesota.
Well, how about the speed of Blake Purchase to track that guy down? I mean, I was thinking he's going to get to the edge and get another 4 or 5 yards, and yet the way that Blake Purchase runs, it's like a running back. Yeah. It's like a running back chasing down a running back.
Looked like there was more there, didn't it? 2 running backs, now empty backfield from the shotgun and a kind of a swinging gate formation. Well, they're really pulling everything out. The screen pass doesn't work, goes out of bounds. So you have 4 blocking linemen out to the left, the rest of the team to the right, kind of a swinging gate formation to a screen pass. Just didn't work.
No.
The biggest reason it didn't work is Mateo Uyunglele got in the passing lane. So we've seen 3 plays. We've seen 2 trick plays. Actually, all 3 have been. Here's 3 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Lindsey. Now his running back comes back to join him. That's Taylor on 3rd down and 11 from the 24. Back to throw. Lindsey goes down. And that's one of the, I'm going to get my bell rung if I didn't just go down, or did he slip? He went down so quickly.
It looked like he kind of slipped, but frankly, I think he felt the pressure of Uyunglele coming off the backside. I mean, he runs right by the left tackle, and he's going to be on him, so it's probably a good idea that he did slip on the play.
Yeah, it slipped as he tried to run away up the field. So the loss all the way back to the 17, 4th down, and forever into punt, Tom Weston. And Benson is deep. No big rush, very high, very short punt. Going to come off to the side and go out of bounds. No, it stayed inbounds. Bounce it inside the 40 to the 35 and about the 34, and that's where it's going to go.
Dangerous punt when it gets out there around a bunch of Oregon players. All it takes is a bad bounce, and it's a live ball, but Oregon did a good job of getting out of the way.
It was around some bodies down there, though. 49 yards on that punt. No return. The Ducks will have pretty decent field position at their own 34, leading 7-0 here with 9:24 left in the first quarter. Back in our Country Financial broadcast booth after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Back in our Country Financial broadcast booth, Jerry, Georgie, and Dusty. Duck fans, what's the best part of being at a Duck game? Well, seeing an entire stadium completely decked out in yellow and green. So let your colors show. Score tickets today at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Oregon Ducks. Dusty Harry down below on our Toyota sideline. I don't see a cowboy hat on you.
No, it's the headset, Jerry. It's the headset. That's the only reason why. Won't fit. But I'm turning around looking up at the student section. Boy, it looks like we may as well be at Texas Tech all over again. I've seen just as many cowboy hats as back when we went to Lubbock a couple of years ago. They all got them there. It's a good look.
Boy, howdy. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
Oh, that was great, though. That was perfect.
Yeah, Jerry, I heard that you're going to be riding the mechanical bull on the 50
yeah,
at halftime.
I saw you put that out there earlier this week. And like I said, or as I said, there's not enough insurance in this world to get me on top of one of those. Again.
I'll pay for it.
Hey, but one thing that you mentioned is that the student section was late to fill up, is full now, and they made a difference. The crowd got very loud, causing a false start early on Minnesota's opening drive.
Boy, P.J. Fleck was hot about something over here on the Minnesota sideline.
He was.
Tough to know what it was about, but he was giving the officials the business over there on the sideline.
If you've heard the term row the boat, that's Minnesota, that's P.J. Fleck. And where did that come from? His second son was lost soon after birth, and that's when he came up with that row the boat. Everybody pulled together, and we all go for the same thing. So pretty special. First down, 34. And Davis to the right of Dante Moore. Two receivers out to the right. Here's play action to throw. Down the middle, it's caught. Going to be Johnson, and gets close to a first down. I think he's got it. He'll get it to the 44, almost the 45, but where do they put him down?
Might be a little short.
Yeah, going to be a little short, so it'll be second down and very short. He lined up to the left, and just a little route over the middle.
Well, Dante's smart to get that ball off quick. Jamari Johnson open, dump it to him right now. Take the lay-in as the pressure begins to kind of close in on him. Anthony Smith, he's going to be a load for everybody tonight.
Wow, that was almost a targeting right there when you watch the replay. And Dante back in that shotgun. Davison behind him into that pistol. Really going to hand it to Davison. Going to go left, cut it back, and get about, well, a first down, about 3, 4, almost 5 yards. It will be first down Oregon at their own 48-yard line. 7-0 Ducks. 8:25 remaining first quarter. 2 receivers out to the right. McClellan way out there. Johnson inside of him. Interesting to see the tight end game now, as so many teams use their tight ends more like wide receivers. 2 receivers come left. Benson the outside man. And Dante. Davison beside him in the backfield. That shotgun. Give it to him, and he kept it. It's going to go left. Got a lot of room to run. 45 and out of bounds at the Minnesota 40-yard line. Boy, puts that ball in there, Jordy, and then makes the decision. Keep it or leave it there.
I just don't think Minnesota thinks he's going to keep it. Let's go ahead and crash down and make the play, and that's what it looked like they were going to make on Jordan Davison from the outside, but they sold out on Davison. Good decision by Dante Moore to pull that ball back and get outside.
All the way to the 39-yard line of Minnesota. 2 running backs beside him. Whittington. Nope, that is it's Hill, who goes in motion. This time giving it to Davison up the middle, and there he goes. Cut it inside. 20, all the way to the 15, to the 10. Touchdown! Jordan Davison! Big hole up the middle. Get out of my way. I know where I'm going, and you can't stop me. Touchdown, Oregon. 40 yards on the run.
He looks like a natural out there. I mean, what a cut up the field, and the feel for what the safety is to cut back on him again into the middle of the field where all the green space is, and then speed for a 230-pounder to get in the end zone. What a run, and what blocking up front. Wow.
Second touchdown early in the first quarter. That's a touchdown, 2 for him, not just the Ducks.
That was impressive.
That was great blocking up the middle. Big hole. Extra point coming up. Ferguson Reynolds, good snap and hold, and the boot is up and is good. Another $1,000 from On Point. Touchdowns for teachers. And with 7:23 remaining in this first quarter, it's Oregon 14, Minnesota nothing. Back with more Duck football on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. So good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
Welcome back. I'm looking at Isaiah World, and I think Emmanuel Pregnon in the middle on a replay that shows them blocking and opening up this huge hole up the middle. And then at 236 pounds, Jordan Davison looks like a sprinter.
Yeah, and it almost looks like Poncho at the center position completely seals his guy off to the inside. And when Jordan Davison gets to his left and cuts up the field, they've got this perfect little gap with the offensive linemen doing exactly what they're supposed to do. And again, it's the blocking up front that springs a guy like Jordan Davison down the field. But you get a 236-pound guy in the open field that looks like that. Number one, you don't want to tackle him when he's coming at you full speed. But number two, he's got shiftiness that you have to try to pursue down the field. That was a tremendous run after he got through the hole.
And the drive.
Yeah, and the drive, the Toyota drive summary there. 4 plays, 66 yards in 2 minutes. Jordan Davison, the last 40 on that touchdown run. Sappington's extra point. It's Oregon 14, Minnesota nothing. 7:23 left here in the first quarter. That drive summary is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, Ducks going places. 2 scores here in the first quarter. Dusty Hare downstairs with our Toyota sideline. Mike, you mentioned they kind of threw the ball to set up the run, huh?
Yeah, we were wondering after that first drive, rushing yards hard to come by. Well, they threw the pass. You saw them soften them up right from the get-go on that drive with the pass to Jamari Johnson. The threat to throw the football kept Minnesota honest, and then all of a sudden you see a big run from Jordan Davison and a big run from Dante Moore. You got to keep Minnesota on their heels. That's exactly what they did, and they used the pass to soften up the run.
It is shown on TV now. Jordan Davison, 12 rushing touchdowns, second most by an Oregon true freshman. And there's still a lot of football left in this season. Sappington has it teed up and ready to boot it deep. Coy Parrish, see if he gets a chance. This one's going to be kind of a low-line drive kick going into the back of the end zone and bounce it out. And it will come out to the 25-yard line. DirecTV, a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Stream the Oregon Ducks satellite free on DirecTV. Visit directv.com to learn more. 14-0 Oregon. First quarter, lot of football to be played. And Drake Lindsay and the Golden Gophers have not been able to find anything offensively yet. They've only had one series, and they went backwards. Here's I call that inverted wishbone, with a running back beside and one behind the quarterback, Lindsay. And got flags. We don't know if we got movement. Now they're going to call offside Oregon. So that might have been, you're Professor Jorgensen.
We'll see.
I think
offside. Number 54, the defense is in the neutral zone causing a reaction.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty.
So they, instead of using the word disconcerting, they said causing a reaction. But I think that was a disconcerting signal there by Oregon. They moved, which made the offense move.
Yeah, good call. 5-yard penalty moves it to the 30. So first down and 5. Lindsay from that shotgun. Running back to his right. Believe that's Taylor. Back to throw. Quick throw down the right sideline, and that is caught. What a throw. What a catch. Impressive. Jalen Smith, the receiver, looked up at the last possible moment, and the ball's over his shoulder and his lap.
And not afraid to go right at Brandon Finney there either. Smith is able to get a little bit free, but really it's a better throw, which is what allows him to make that catch right up against the sideline and to the outside. That's where Lindsay kept it.
26 yards on the pass play. Lindsay to Smith. First down at the Oregon 44-yard line, right hash. And Lyon, who is a wide receiver at a running back, and this could be a throw again. Quick down the right-hand side again. This one's too far. Intended for the same receiver, Jalen Smith. Would have been the same kind of a throw and catch. And that time, they weren't having it. Yeah, Brandon Finney Jr., who has one interception for a touchdown this year, was right on him. In fact, he had his hands on him quite a bit.
Yeah, well, Smith doesn't have a lot of catches this year, but he averages almost 20 yards of reception. A little bit short of that, but he's a big play type of guy now. It's outside.
Second down and 10. And there's, again, 3 backs in the backfield around Lindsay. One each way, and then Lyons, the running back, listed as the running back directly behind him. And the snap. Taylor goes left. Taylor trying to get it outside. They're going to get a little bit of flag down as he gets the first down and more, and out of bounds in front of the Oregon bench at about the 31-yard line, but this may come back. Flag down quickly.
Near the 26-yard line. Penalty flag in the backfield.
And it's going to be holding against Minnesota. 6:32 remaining. First quarter, 14-0 Oregon. Minnesota with a nice, actually, George, a nice running play there. I mean, that was a pickup of about 14 yards.
Yeah, he was able to bounce that ball outside, and I think Oregon somewhat misjudged the speed there. He gets tackled, no doubt about it, on the outside of maybe Bryce Petcher. But it looked like, I think, Mixon thought he had an easy angle on it, and then all of a sudden he was in a foot race.
Second down and 20, back at the Minnesota 46-yard line. Empty backfield, so Taylor, the direct high snap, going to try to run it himself and gets stuck at the line of scrimmage by Blake Purchase. So it was going to be the Wildcat. It's to snap it to me and I'll run it, but the snap was really high.
And Purchase in really good position to make that play, too. The ball was snapped high. In fact, he did a great job of going up and pulling that ball down. and just getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Darius Taylor saved what might have been a turnover. So 3rd down and 20. The penalty really hurt Minnesota. Backed them up to their 46-yard line, where it is 3rd down and 20. Trips to the left, and Taylor will come back and join Lindsey in the backfield from the shotgun. Little motion out to the left. Snap back to throw, straight drop. Lindsey, quick throw, and he dumps it. In fact, it might have been hit. Pressure comes in a hurry. I think Nasir Wyatt was the one that really was right in the chops of Lindsey and made him throw that ball into the ground.
Boy, the pocket was closing in. There's no doubt about it. Wyatt from the outside makes a hit on Lindsey right when he lets it go, and that's why he has to let it go so quickly.
So 4th down and into punt. Tom Weston, it is Tom Weston, who averages 43 yards a punt. Foot into it. Beauty this time. Going to bounce out of bounds. And then where are they going to mark this ball? Because it went out of bounds upfield a little ways. This going to be around the 15-yard line. Yeah, so a nice punt. First one not very deep. He got a good bounce. This one deep and out of bounds at the Duck 15. So Oregon will have it first down there, leading 14-0 with 5:25 left and a 39-yard punt here in the first quarter. Boy, what a outstanding weather night for football. I mean, this feels like almost a late September, early October day. We're in November.
Early in the week, it didn't look like it was going to be that way, and it's ended up being a fantastic day.
Davison and Hill, left and right of Dante, and more from the shotgun. In motion, they're going to give it to Davison, running right up the middle again. Lowers his head and goes forward for a quick 7. Very quick first step.
And nice cutback. When he makes that decision to cut back, where everybody has over pursued and the hole is there, he finds it and gets up the field.
Kerry Brown to make tackle. That free safety had to come up. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Quick throw over for the first down. And it is Lowe who makes the grab and gets the first down to the 30-yard line. Justice Lowe, his 5th catch of the year. And they need to depend on him. And Cooper Perry. Got to step up. Some injuries out there. Next man up. And Justice Lowe is more than capable. He's a heck of a receiver. First down, just shy. Maybe a few inches at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun. Dante Moore, first down. Snap, a little high. Going to throw a little end around, if you will, of a fly sweep to Hill. De'Aaron Hill. That was a really different pitch on the fly. That was an underhand. Under the arm?
Almost like a fast pitch softball, was a little slower the way he kind of wound up and he just flipped it forward to Hill, trying to get it into Speedster's hand. And I like Hill as a receiver. I thought where he lined up, he might throw the ball to him.
Got 6 on that first down. And here's 2nd down, back to throw. Dante, a lot of time. Short to the little outlet man. First down to Davidson. He'll go across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Woo! He's so quick. He's so quick.
Gee, Louise. Did you see him make that move? He caught that ball, both feet, and then boom, off to the races he went. What a cut.
13 yards on the pass play at 236 yards. Hey, that's the biggest thing for me. That size and to be able to move the way he does. It's amazing. First down at the 49 of Oregon left hash. Whittington back in now to the left of Dante Moore. Both receivers are 2 out to the right-hand side. Benson comes left. And there's a give to Whittington outside. Gets almost away from a shoestring tackle after it gets inside of the 47 to the 46-yard line. He was a shoestring tackle away from getting an easy first down and maybe more.
Was he ever?
He had blockers.
You could see that thing developing from up here, and there was a nice little hole. He got through it, but he was having to run so much towards the sideline instead of north-south. He was having to go outside, and they got the angle on him. Still a nice gain on first down.
Linebacker Maverick Baranowski, saving tackle there. 2nd down after a 5-yard pickup. 2 receivers to the left. Here's a quick throw out, and that didn't happen at all. That's going to be maybe to the line of scrimmage. That was supposed to be a quick kind of a one-man screen out to Kenyon Sadiq, and it was too well defended.
Yeah, it was too well defended, and actually a very dangerous pass. defenders right there and has a chance to maybe, if he's looking for the ball, get towards the ball, but they blew it up. Minnesota right on the spot, so it brings up 3rd and somewhat long for Oregon.
Benson was the key block out there. He needed to get a block on Nestor, and he just didn't get him. Here's 3rd down and 6 from the Minnesota 47. Dante Davison to his left. Trips out to the left-hand side. One alone right. Comes the blitz, and whistles will blow. And somebody got a timeout. Oregon is 2 of 2 in 3rd down conversions.
First time out of the house. Minnesota.
So Minnesota calls a timeout.
30 seconds.
And each team will have used one timeout here in the first quarter. Minute 56 remaining. 14-0. Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline mic. Oregon offense looking pretty good now, run and pass.
Yeah, absolutely. The balance of this team that made them so dangerous early in the year, it's on display right now. I think that there were a lot of questions from national pundits as to what's going on with Oregon's offense, not realizing kind of what the weather elements had been at play. Look, when the ability to throw the ball is there due to weather and not being rain or sideways rain, this offense is just as explosive as it was at the beginning of the year. We saw that in New Jersey against Rutgers, and then after 2 games of kind of being in a slog, it's woken back up in a big way. Man, it is fun to watch this offense operate on when it's clicking on all cylinders like it is tonight.
You know, Dante's already thrown for over 100 yards passing, and we're still in the first quarter. 1:56 remaining.
Now, Minnesota really needed that 2nd down stop because right now Oregon offensively is in a groove, and the Gophers trying to stop it.
Empty backfield for Dante Moore from the shotgun. 3 receivers strung out to the left, the 2 to the right. And back to throw. Quick throw on the inside slant. Sadiq's going to get the first down. He needed to get it to the 41. He got it to the 40. First down, Oregon. Quick throw, too, from Dante Moore.
Yeah, Baranowski trying to come from that inside out to make the play. But, again, Sadiq's just too quick, finds the open spot, and the ball's there very quickly by Dante Moore, too.
I almost feel like Dante let go of that ball before Sadiq really got all the way out of his cut. 40-yard line, near middle of the field. 1:22 remaining first quarter, and extra lineman in the field for Oregon is under center Dante Moore. Putting to the lone back behind him. Turn and play action to throw. Pressure, can't get away from it. Well, they have been good at it this year. Anthony Smith with 8.5 sacks coming in, now has 9.5.
Well, that's what you couldn't have happen in that situation. Big loss. Minnesota really needed that play, and Oregon again trying to create a little bit of tomfoolery down there by going one way with a lot of people and hoping you could roll Dante Moore back to the other side and fool the defense, but Smith was not fooled.
9.5 sacks on the year for the rush defensive end. Here's 2nd down and 20. Back at midfield. Dante back to throw. Pressure comes again. Flag down. Loeb at the grab. Nice cut inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line, but a flag down back near the line of scrimmage and on the sideline.
Illegal formation. Number 76, the offense was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Go first down.
Boy, you rarely hear that called, but you got to have everybody up on the line of scrimmage. You got to have a particularly offensive line. So I'm not sure why Isaiah World will be off. Boy, that...
You see that happen a lot, but he's just a little bit further than you probably need to be there.
So now 2nd and 25. Trips right, winning to the running back to the right of Dante with 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Dante, long count. Give it to Whittington going left. Nice crease, gets through it in a hurry across the 50, and he kept running. I don't know, they're going to blow it dead at the 47 of Minnesota. We'll pick up a pretty good chunk of that 2nd and 25, but the first quarter will come to an end before we get to go to 3rd down. 1 quarter. It's been all Oregon. 14-0. Ducks with a lead. We'll have it 3rd down and long in Minnesota territory when we come back. For quarter number 2, here in our Country Financial broadcast booth on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this?
I left my heart in Oregon. 14-0 Oregon back in our Country Financial broadcast booth. First quarter stats. First downs, Oregon 9, Minnesota 1. Rushing yards, Ducks 73, Minnesota -7. Passing yards, Ducks 111, Minnesota 30. 184 total to 23 for Minnesota. And defensively, again, Minnesota only gives up a little over 100 yards a game rushing. Oregon already has 73 in the first quarter. I'm impressed with Oregon's offensive line. I mean, I know you're missing a guy here and there, but my gosh, I think the depth of recruiting is really showing up.
It sure is. And aside really from Anthony Smith's sack, that's about all Minnesota has done on defense to really slow this Oregon offense down. They just continue to block open holes, run hard, young guys stepping up when you got to step up for some of the veterans, and the defense continuing to play well. I mean, Minnesota's had the ball a couple times, got into Oregon territory with one pass completion, but then Oregon's defense just shut them down from that point on. So start to a first quarter. Oregon can convert a third and long, pretty long here, Jerry. 3rd and 17 is going to be tough to be able to make, but you know who knows? If Oregon can get 10, 12 yards on this play, they may think about going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, this is almost like 2-down territory here, depending on what you get on this next down. Yeah. You're right. They believe in their offense so much. I believe that. Next, you can listen to our broadcast live with no delay in Autzen Stadium. Head to goducks.com/in-venue audio. Catch every call in real time. Brought to you by Learfield and the Sportsbook Network. Congratulations, the Oregon men's cross-country team qualified. They won their regional, go to the NCAAs. And the women runner-up, they'll go there as well in cross-country. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited for Sunday because the Oregon women's basketball team is hosting Army. Chris, you got to be excited about that.
First time ever going against Army.
That is so cool.
It's just a little bit after Veterans Day, but it should be a great matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun. 2 p.m.
Sunday afternoon, Matthew night. Well, 14-0 here as we go to quarter number 2. And Oregon will go from our left to our right now, or west to east here at Autzen Stadium on 3rd down and about 17. They need to get to the 30 of Minnesota. Right now they're at the Minnesota 47-yard line. One running back trips to the right for Dante. We'll look to the sideline now. Whittington, no, that is not Whittington. Dare Hill, who's in the backfield. Lined up behind Dante in the pistol. This is going to be a quick screen, and it's going to be, that's a fumble, and Minnesota's going to get on it. That was going to be a hook and ladder. Throw the ball to the receiver who turns and pitches it back to the man running behind him. Bad pitch.
Pitch way behind Dare Hill, who was coming out of the backfield and was hoping to be able to take that one, but again, it wasn't a cleanly thrown ball. The ball was up high where Cooper Perry had to go get it. You come back down, and then you hurry that pitch, and it was way behind Dare Hill, and Minnesota gets a break in Oregon territory.
Carter Mintz for Minnesota got back on the ball. It got tipped. You're right, it did get tipped. That's why it wasn't so easy to catch and then pitch.
Sometimes you just got to pull that ball back if you're Cooper Perry, but he's a young guy.
Drake Lindsey rather at quarterback, back to throw. Pressure, throws the screen, incomplete. Tried to get it to Darius Taylor. And just kind of a one-man, I'm going to flip it out to you, and let's see if you can beat your guy. and he couldn't do it. Pressure. Dalen Austin was covering on the play, and he was right there. If that would have been a catch, it would have been an immediate tackle.
Yeah, I think it was maybe Jerry Mixon, actually. He was 54 there, I think, to make that play. Yeah. Mixon was right on the running back, so they were going to blow it up. You're right, Jerry.
2nd down and 10 at the 42 of Oregon. Lindsey running back to his right is Lyons. More of a receiver than a running back to throw. Lindsey scrambling to his right, now throws it back and coming left. Oh, what a hit, but not tackle, and then close to a first down inside the 33-yard line.
You got to wrap up.
Woo.
Johnson came over and tried to give him a body blow to knock him down, but you've got to wrap up. You can't just come in and try to take his legs out from under him, and that's what it looked like.
Short of first down, Femi Ijiboy, who is the running back, who's been lining up outside as a receiver, made the catch and then lowered the shoulder and got the extra yardage. But 3rd down and about a half a yard. Lindsey. And it's going to go Wildcat. Direct snap to Taylor. Taylor with a snap. And kept it and goes left, gets an easy first down. That's a read play. He plays it like a quarterback, reaches into the gut of the running back, and then pulls the ball back out. So, first down, Minnesota with a little something off an Oregon turnover. 13:51 remaining here in this second quarter. 14-0 Oregon lead. Way out to the right-hand side. Tracy. Inside of him. Brockington, Ijiboy, the running back to the left of Lindsey in that shotgun. Back to throw, straight drop. Wanted to go deep, nothing there. Now we'll little check pass to the left side. We'll get him about a yard. And that's all. Got it to his running back, Femi Ijiboy, 6 feet, 210, a redshirt freshman. That's kind of a checkoff. Nobody open that I want to throw it to. Where's my running back?
But a lot of time to throw the ball nonetheless. I mean, it was one of those ones where Lindsey was able to sit back there, look down the field, didn't force it down the field, went ahead and checked down. Oregon in good position to make that play, but good protection by the offensive line from Minnesota there.
2nd down and 9. And shotgun again. And Ijiboy, the running back, to his left. Motion comes. Give it to Ijiboy up the middle. Not going to get it this time. Ain't going to get nothing. Bear Alexander got him around the legs, and that was it. So a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Minnesota got a couple of plays, but they really just have not been able to generate any offense.
Well, trying to spread Oregon out, it looks like on this offensive play, brought in a whole bunch of receivers and may try to spread Oregon out here.
39% on 3rd downs this year offensively. They'll go 2 receivers to the right. And Brockington alone to the left. From the shotgun, Taylor in the backfield with him. Oh, I thought he moved early. Back to throw. Dump it over the middle, and it is... Was that caught? It was inside the 10. That's a great play by Jamison Gears, the tight end. Oh, what a catch. Give him credit. He went over the top of Thieneman, reached out with the arms, and gathered the ball in. 1st and goal inside of the 5-yard line.
Of a catch is being reviewed.
Did he catch it cleanly, though? It looked like he was bobbling it on the way down. I wasn't able to see the rest of that play to see if the ball touched the ground and if he controlled it all the way to the ground. What a catch over the top of Thieneman. You're right, Jerry. But does he have control all the way to the ground?
Oh. That view makes it look like the ground helped him contain the ball.
I didn't like that angle there. I like this angle better that we're getting to see right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's incomplete. It looks like that ball's moving when he hits the ground.
Yeah, the ground helped him maintain control of a bobbled ball. And I'll really be a little surprised if they don't overturn this. He never had control of the ball before it hit the ground. Dusty Hare, you had to look at it down there, probably pretty close to you.
Yeah, it looked like it pinned it against the ground. A heck of an effort.
Yeah.
So much traffic around. Dalen Austin came right behind him, almost picked the ball off. Like he was ready for the hands in the breadbasket. He went over the top of Thieneman, but when he came down, it looked like he pinned that thing to the ground. That's going to be coming back.
And it moves when it hits the ground as well.
Yeah. Find holiday gifts on their wish list and yours. Here's the call.
After reviewing the play, the pass is incomplete. The receiver did not maintain possession of the ball.
So I feel for Jamison Gears, the tight end, because that was an unbelievable jump and grab over the top of Thieneman and then going to the ground. P.J. Fleck is not happy. He is really having words down on the sideline, but it was pretty obvious, I thought.
And not happy about what, I don't know.
No.
I mean, that's the correct call. Unless there was something else going on in the field that he's complaining about.
Field goal try coming up on 4th down and 10. They'll place the ball at the 36. So the incomplete pass instead of 1st and goal, 4th and 10. A 46-yard try by Brady Denneberg would equal his longest. Snap, place, kicks plenty long enough, and I think he stuck it. That was a heck of a kick. That would have been good from probably 56. So Minnesota gets on the board with 11:39 remaining here in this first half. It's Oregon 14, Minnesota 3, off of an Oregon turnover, a fumble in Duck territory. We'll come back, talk more Duck football for you. 14-3 Oregon, early second quarter here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Palms facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Ducks. Touchdown, Oregon.
Golden Gophers.
If the ball's there, it's easy. The ball was there, and it was easy.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Welcome back to our Country Financial Broadcast booth. I started to say about Kohl's, where you can find holiday gifts on their wish list and yours with ease this season. Get great deals along the way at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. And today's game brought to you by Pacific Source. With health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles, Pacific Source, the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. Well, Minnesota gets points, Georgie, but off a turnover.
Yeah, off a turnover. Oregon, unfortunately, trying to maybe trick Minnesota a little bit on 3rd and long with a little bit of a hook and ladder, hit Cooper Perry out at the wide receiver position, and then have him pitch it to it looked like, I think it was G.R. Hill coming from the inside running back position, and the ball finds its way onto the turf. Kind of a sloppy exchange out there because of a bobbled ball, a ball that was high and was tipped. Anyhow, Minnesota gets the ball on the turnover, and on a Toyota drive summary, 7 plays, 14 yards, and 3:15. Parrish with the 46-yard field goal right down the middle. As you said, Jerry, good from 55 or 60. And so with 11:39 left here in the first half, it's Oregon 14, Minnesota 3.
Brady Denneberg will kick it off from our right to our left as we look at Autzen Stadium. He approaches the ball. Whittington deep. This ball is going to go high and way deep and land out of the back of the end zone. It will come out to the 25-yard line. Duck football brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline Mike. Dusty, Oregon's got control of this ball game really both ways right now.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, it's frustrating to give up those points off of a trick play gone wrong. But right now, it's this: you got to refocus, recenter, and get back to what you were doing well. The throws across the middle have been great for Dante Moore, and it's really opened up the run game a ton. So I'd imagine Will Stein and company going to be getting back to that intermediate passing game.
So Hill in that pistol look, Davis in the up back, and here is a little play action roll to throw, and it's caught. And McClellan coming from the left-hand side where he had split out across the formation makes the grab near the 40 on the right side in front of the Minnesota bench. So a little razzle-dazzle for Oregon. Fake the handoff to Hill and roll right. Big first down to the 40, 15-yard pickup. Again, two backs now, one will clear. And Davison the lone back beside Dante Moore. Snap, give it to Davison, gets through in a hurry and stumbles his way across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Carter Mins tried to tackle it. By the way, Zaquan Bryan, a cornerback, starting quarterback for Minnesota, went out of the game and was taken up the tunnel. So I'm not sure what he did, but they're going to take a look at him, and we don't know whether he'll be back or not. Pickup of 6, second down and 4. Actually, yeah, I'm going to say second and 4. You get 4, you got a first down. One receiver each way. Again, 3 running backs in the backfield now. Hill will empty and go left. And this is a little screen out to Hill. Hill with a one-man screen, first down. Down the sideline and out of bounds. Near the 40. Had one man to beat it. Almost did. De'Aaron Hill, 5'11", 205-pound true freshman.
Boy, that speed. No doubt about it. And Mike Gerald, if he doesn't have the angle, De'Aaron Hill's off to the races down the sideline. So 2 nice plays there to open this drive and get Minnesota's defense back on their heels where they had them before.
Nice block, by the way, by Jeremiah McClellan to spring Hill out there. It's going to be a pistol look with Whittington lined up right behind Moore. And the snap, give it to Whittington up the middle. Busts through for a quick 3. Moore, 5, 10, 11, 12. On his feet. He's going to score. Whittington comes out of a pile and scores. Memories of Patrick Johnson against Washington and Seattle. In a pile. Looks like he's going down, but the legs never quit. Touchdown, Oregon.
Baby, how does he disappear in that pile? And then he popped out the other side of it and was off to the races. I mean, he got lost in the scrum, and they're pushing and shoving, and nobody pulls him down, and then he just tears away and goes down the field.
That's remarkable.
What a run.
That's remarkable. 40 yards on the run. And then he went into the end zone. He bobbled the ball.
Well, he bobbled it at the goal line and had to re-catch it. And I think the
ruling of a touchdown is being reviewed.
We'll see if he controlled it before he gets to the back.
Oh, yeah.
There he's got it.
Yeah, he's got
and
it.
And then
he drops it again.
It's like it's a greased pig.
Yeah, he lost the ball, and then he reaches up and grabs it and pulls it in. He's got 2 hands on it, and then he drops it again. So it'll be interesting whether they say he made a football play, which is a step after another. Dusty Harrow, you're down there looking at it from your ground view on our Toyota. Mike, what's it look like to you?
What an incredible effort. Now, here's going to be the judgment call here. When he dropped it the second time out of the back of the end zone, did he hang on to it long enough? I agree with you, Jerry. It looked like he was just kind of frustrated that the ball popped out in the first place, so he regained control and then just kind of dropped it. But, I mean, that is way too close. He grabs it, 1, 2 steps. Nope, I don't think, guys, I think this is a touchback.
Wow, it's going to be close.
Boy.
Well, when you watch it again, the big review is reach out, grabs it, and has control of it, and then loses it.
He knocked it out of his own hand because he wasn't carrying it tight to his chest like he normally does when he was in the pile. He had that ball tight to his chest.
After reviewing the play, the touchdown is upheld.
Yeah, I really thought that he gathered him with both hands, Dusty, and took enough of a step or two to say it was a football play.
Yeah, I mean, that's close. And there it is. That's the upheld again. We don't get the confirmed or any of that business anymore. It is upheld. No gray area there. I'm just glad it's a touchdown, guys.
Yeah.
That was really close.
40 yards on his 5th touchdown of the year, Noah Whittington. Extra point kick up, and it is good by Sappington.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Jerry. P.J. Fleck is pushing the border of everything down there. He walked down to the official and said, "Where is the 20?" Because that's as far as they can go. And then he scooted up to it as close as he could, and he kept asking, "Can I stand here? Can I stand here?" I mean, he's been going off on everything down there. Whether he's got the right to or not, I don't know what the conversation is, but he's not winning any friends in that group down there right now.
9:31 remaining, second quarter. It's 21-3 Oregon. After the 40-yard, just incredible run by Noah Whittington, which is going to be a highlight run on ESPN. There's no doubt about that. We'll come back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Did you know that 77% of people navigating addiction are still showing up every single day, working jobs, raising families, and carrying responsibilities? Addiction touches families, friends, and neighbors, but so does recovery. And here's where you come in. You can be the turning point that helps someone rewrite their story. At Willamette Family, we believe hope grows when it's shared. One flock, one game, one family at a time. Hope is now. Just like the Ducks succeed through teamwork, recovery happens through support. Visit WFTS.org today to learn how you can help change lives. Willamette Family, proud partner of Oregon Athletics.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You know you make me wanna take my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now.
21-3 with 9:31 remaining here in the second quarter. What a drive and a finish for Oregon.
Well, they needed that drive after Minnesota had got a turnover, got on the board with a field goal, but Oregon takes it right back. And offensively, they go 4 plays in 75 yards on the Toyota drive summary. In 2:08, Whittington, the last 40 yards. What a fantastic run. Gets up into a crowd, looks like he's going to go down. All of a sudden, it's a scrum. He pops out the other side of it. And the ball got a little slippery at the goal line, and he almost didn't hold on to it long enough before he fumbled it out of the back of the end zone. Officials decide it's a touchdown, and the extra point by Sappington. It's Oregon 21, Minnesota 3. 9:31 left here in the first half, and impressive drive and nice answer to Minnesota's field goal.
Yeah, Jerry Jorge and Joey up behind us.
Well, I just thought you guys would appreciate this. That Jonathan Stewart just tweeted, Noah Whittington just had one of them LeGarrette Blunt runs. That's about right. That's about right.
Do you remember, Jorge, Patrick Johnson on the opening kickoff at Washington when he ran into a pile and it looked like it was over, and then he busted out of it and scored? When he came out of that pile, I remember that. Like
yeah, I could see how that would remind you of it, because it seemed like that.
So Ducks will kick it off. I mean, I thought it was done. I thought a 12-yard pickup. I'll take that. That's a great roll. He's still running. 9:31 left back in our Country Financial broadcast booth. Great crowd. Full house. I mean, it is every seat occupied. Here's the kick. Going to go deep, and we'll come out to the 25. Well, I know everybody's got families. I don't like to overly highlight mine, but I just got to mention that I welcomed, well, I didn't welcome, but I had our 5th great-grandchild born this week.
Right.
Kaylee Kruger. Kaylee to Zach and Natalie, 5th great-grandchild. I'll tell you what, when you get there, you know you're old. When you got 5 great-grandkids, you know you're old.
That's cool.
Kid at heart.
Congrats.
Kid at heart.
Congratulations.
Lindsey brings them up, running back each way. 4 out of 9 passing on first down at his 25. And now Taylor empties the backfield, sets up out to the left. Lindsey, long count, takes it, goes back to throw. A little screen to the left-hand side. Pretty good one. And across the 30 to about the 32 is Darius Taylor. He's the one that lined up in the backfield and then went up and set up as a receiver out to the left. The screen gets him a good 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Ducks with 120 rushing yards. Minnesota with -3. 248 total for Oregon, 44 for Minnesota. It's a good Oregon football team. 2nd down and 4. 31-yard line, Minnesota their own. Golden Gophers with 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Here's that screen to the right-hand side. Penalty.
I think Minnesota jumped a little early.
It'll be 2nd down and long.
False start. 73 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
I mentioned it's loud here. Full house. Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline Mike. Crowd doing their part down there, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. There's some frustration with the Minnesota offensive line because of the silent snap count. We've seen Oregon handle it very well at both Penn State and last week at Iowa. And right now, Golden Gophers not handling it so well.
Under center for Drake Lindsey with a running back behind him, and he'll go roll right to throw. Still moving, going to throw the short pass over the middle of the tight end, and Gears is not going to get much. He'll get maybe a yard. It was 2nd and 9. Now it'll be 3rd down and 8. And Mr. Betcher makes his presence known. That's a big guy on a big guy. Gears is 6'5", 250 in that tight end spot.
And he stuffed him.
Yeah, Gears turned and tried to spin away from him, but Betchers wraps those big arms around him and just doesn't let him go. 3rd down and 7. Minnesota at their own 28-yard line. Lindsey, shotgun. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Back to throw, straight drop. Looking left, wants to go deep. Way downfield it is. Oh, what a incomplete. And a flag down. Thieneman and Kennedy were both there, but I sure did not see any contact. But let's get a look at the replay. It looks to be a pass interference call.
31 of the defense. 15-yard penalty with an automatic 1st down.
Maybe early by Kennedy. Got his hand. They called against Thieneman, but I can tell you, Kennedy gets his arm all over him before the ball gets there. Thieneman's timing is impeccable. But I think it's Kennedy.
Yeah,
so
they just called the wrong number. And it was pass interference. There's no doubt about it. So Oregon with their 3rd penalty. Minnesota also with 3 penalties. That gives them a 1st down to their own 43-yard line. Lindsey. 2 running backs. Here's the end around, the fly sweep coming left. And pretty good go inside of the, or outside of the 45, get it to the 48. Going to get about 6. Little fly sweeper end around, if you will.
Little misdirection there. And again, Coy Parrish is a defensive back, mind you, but also a kick and punt returner. So he's a dangerous type of guy out there. Can play multi positions.
Don't put him on offense very often. 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard pickup. Lindsey up to the line to try to let his offensive line know what the play call is. On 2nd down. Motion, back to throw again. Looks left, throw left, and another flag down. Incomplete to Brockington, but Finney might have been there a little bit early.
Pass interference before the defense. Penalty is a 1st down at the spot of the foul.
When he tried to pull away for that back shoulder, it looked like Finney might have. I couldn't tell if he had his jersey or not, but it looked like Finney had his jersey potentially as he tried to break back out to the outside.
Well, I don't see any grab there. If anything, it looks like Brockington was pushing off of Finney. That might have been what they thought they saw. But it's a 1st down to the Oregon 43. Trips right for Lindsey. Quick screen to the right-hand side. Gonna give him a few. Good 1st down screen, about 5 inside of the 40. And Jalen Smith, who is a wide receiver, with a grab.
Well, PJ Fleck's hard work on the sideline right now might be working a little bit. Making sure that some calls that are borderline go their direction instead of no call Oregon's direction.
I didn't think that last one went the right way. But minor. 21-3, Oregon with the lead. 6:25 remaining first half. Brockington goes alone out to the right. Smith comes left. Back to throw, Lindsey. Dumps a deep pass down the left side, and it's going to be incomplete. Try to get it way down the left side. They go for that long, deep ball often. Malachi Coleman is the wide receiver. And Lindsey just goes back and lobs that ball up in the air and hopes his guy can get down underneath it.
Almost kind of like Rutgers likes to do with their outside guys. Just throw it up nice and high. Make sure you throw it deep and not short. And give your guy a chance to run under it.
Finney was right there defending that time. 3rd down and 5 from the Oregon inside the 40, almost the 39. 3rd down and 5. Empty backfield. And now Taylor comes back to join Lindsey in that shotgun. 3 receivers grouped out to the left. Back to throw Lindsey. A little inside pass, first down. Taylor still on his feet. Missed tackles give him inside the 30 to inside the 25-yard line. Somebody had a shot at him. That's a great... what a throw by Lindsey. He really threaded the needle.
Now, Taylor, a really dangerous type of receiver, running back, goes outside and then cuts back up inside and just goes ahead and beats Tatum Tuioti, who's in coverage there. So great play call. Looks like he's going to flare to the right, and he stops and cuts up the field. Really nice, creative play call that caught Oregon in the blitz. 17 yards on the completion from Lindsey. Here's first down at the Duck 17-yard line. 5:28 left first half. 21-3 Oregon. Lindsey going to pitch it left, going to Parrish, and we'll get it inside the 20s. Still on his feet, stumbles inside to about the 17. Going to get a 4 or 5 yard pickup. And it will be second down. Give him a 6, second down and 4. Well, they're trying to find ways to get people out in space, and Parrish being one of the guys, pretty good athlete. As I said, a kick and punt returner, even though he's a defensive back most of the time. They like to get the ball in his hands, and they're finding a way to do it.
2 receivers way out to the right. Brockington alone to the boundary left side of the field, and here's that shotgun. Lindsey to throw again. Looks right, wants to go for the fade, and it will be outside of the end zone, so incomplete. Theron Johnson defending on Jalen Smith, and that ball just thrown out of bounds. Well, that brings up 3rd down and 4. 4:40 left here in the first half. 21-3 Oregon.
Well, the Gophers trying to get some points on the board here before the end of the half. They'll get the ball to start the second half. So if they can get points here, either a touchdown or a field goal, and hold Oregon, it's kind of a confidence booster for them.
Empty backfield as 3 receivers go out to the right, 2 to the left. And now Ejeboy comes back and joins Lindsey in the backfield on 3rd down and 4. Lindsey back to throw. Swings it out to the right. Caught, and it's going to be near, and it will be enough for the first down as Smith is bumped out of bounds inside of the 10-yard line. Little swing pass, this little flat pass out to the right. Couple of blockers for Smith. Gave him room to get down the right side.
Oregon coming with pressure on the inside, going man-to-man on the outside. And right now, Minnesota's finding ways to kind of make some plays and pick them apart on the outside. If Oregon's going to go man-to-man, they're figuring out a way to get guys open, and Lindsey's beginning to deliver the ball. That one there to Smith.
1st and goal just inside or at the 10-yard line. Ejeboy in the backfield. And now play action roll to the right on the fake. Throw a little short pass to the tight end. And it will be a very short pickup. Oh, incomplete, beg your pardon. I thought it was caught. I missed that ball going through and down. Tried to get it to his tight end. Bieber. Oh, they gave him the catch. They did give him the catch, but no gain. All right. No gain at the 10. 2nd and goal. One receiver each way, tight end, in a slot or H back to the left. H goes in motion to the right. Now comes back to the left from under center. Back to throw, a little rolling right. Going to go for the tight end again inside about the 8-yard line. And Jamison Gears has been one of his main targets, the big tight end, who coming into the game had 19 catches. So they go to their tight end a lot. but short gains to the 8, so a pickup of only 2. Third down and goal from the 8.
Tate and Tuioti in coverage. How about that?
3 receivers strung out to the left. 1 to the right. That's Smith. Lindsey on third down and goal from the 8. On the snap, straight drop to throw. Looks pressured, gonna run. Now will throw. Way out of the end zone, incomplete. Well, I was waiting to see a flag come out because as that ball sailed over the top of Tracy's head, he got pushed as the ball came over the top. So it wasn't catchable, and it was as the ball came in. So, but Lindsey, I thought Lindsey was going to take off and run there for a moment.
I did too. They couldn't get to him with a 4-man rush. And when he broke outside, I thought, Oregon's in trouble here. But the ball goes incomplete.
So Brady Denberg already has a field goal tonight. We'll try this one from the 16, a 26-yard field goal. Snap and the place and the kick up and good. So Minnesota does get points here with 2:25 remaining in this second quarter. 21-6. Actually a decent drive that time for Minnesota. We'll check it when we come back. Oregon on top 21-6. 2:25 left. And this is like a 2-minute drive time for Oregon coming up?
Hope so.
See. We come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
My name is Ariel. I moved to the U.S. at 19. I spoke no English and I struggled finding job opportunities. Everything I have, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and getting my high school diploma at age 22.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adoption of teens from foster care is a topic not enough people know about, and we're here to change that. I'm April Dinwiddie, host of the new podcast, Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Each episode brings you compelling real-life adoption stories told by the families that live them with commentary from experts. Visit adoptuskids.org/podcast or subscribe to Navigating Adoption, presented by Adopt US Kids. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Administration for Children and Families and the Ad Council.
.25 left, first half, 21-6 Oregon. And Duck football tonight brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Jorgen?
Impressive drive by the Gophers. Golden Gophers go on the Toyota drive summary. 13 plays, 67 yards in 7:06. So play and keep away from Oregon, but the Oregon defense stiffens up, forces a field goal. A 26-yarder by Danbury, and right now 2:25 left here in the first half. Oregon leads Minnesota 21-6. There were 4 first downs on that drive, 2 by pass interference. So Oregon, a couple of penalties on that play that kept that drive moving down the field for Minnesota. But again, Oregon's defense stiffens up, forces a field goal, 21-6, 2:25 left here in the first half.
Well, I wonder what we're going to see. Maybe Kenyon Sadiq on this next 2-minute, 25-second drive, a 2-minute drive. Dusty Harrop, good to see him back in, but haven't seen the ball go to him very much, and I expect that he'll be a lot more in this second half.
Yeah, he got his number called a couple times early on in the game, but again, Minnesota's paying so much attention to number 18. And look, if you're Oregon, you're okay with 2 sets of eyes being on number 18 because that's been opening up everything else. And you're noticing the middle of the field being open again for Oregon. A lot of that is because you have to have a linebacker and a safety looking at where 18 is at all times. That garners a lot of attention. We've seen Jeremiah McClellan get free loose across the middle. Jamari Johnson has gotten a couple balls across the middle as well. It's more of a feeding everybody else by using 18 as a little bit of a distraction.
Kickoff coming with 2:25 remaining. Denneberg has it teed up, approaches, foot into the ball. This one's going to go high and way out of the back of the end zone. And I kind of feel bad, guys, for anybody up in the press box that wants coffee with sugar in it in the second half. There's no sugar left. There's a pound of sugar going into Jorgie's coffee mug right now. And
hey, you know,
Boy, am I lying?
No, but we have to talk about that.
Oh, I wish I could do that. I'm jealous. You can do all that, sugar.
First down, Ducks.
First down, Oregon at their own 25. And the Ducks winning into the backfield. Three receivers kind of grouped together to the right, one alone left. Tight formation to throw. Moore rolling right, looking downfield. Who he had, and outside of Whittington, about the 33. I thought he had Sadiq down at about the 45-yard line. Kind of got in between in a zone. There was nobody near him. That stops the clock, and they'll not reset the chains. It was only an 8-yard pickup, so the clock moves with 2:07 remaining.
Boy, Dante Moore got outside there. They're going to go down to the 2-minute
timeout.
But
This is the 2-minute
he got
timeout.
outside so free and had all the time in the world to make a lot of decisions there. But nothing wrong with taking the layup for 8 yards.
I'm going to have you explain that layup. We're talking football here, and you keep talking layup. When we come back, you can explain
I
that.
will, okay.
Right. On the Oregon Sports Network, 21-6. Back with more on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Les Schwab Tires, our hearts shine bright. There's a toy drive-in store local children delight. For those who don't get many presents, you see, we aim for the season to sparkle with glee. In past toy drives, you've helped us inspire bright holidays for all, and our hearts never tire. So bring in a toy we kindly implore to fill a little neighbor's heart with joy to the core. This holiday season, give the gift of joy. Go to Les Schwab Tires to donate new unwrapped toys.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
21-6, Oregon with a lead. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Georgie, I mentioned layup. Dusty had a kind of a definition, too, while you were out getting more sugar. So, definition of a layup.
Well, I mean, I guess when I refer to take the layup, you can always come down 2-on-2 and fire up a three-pointer in basketball. Or if the guy's wide open underneath the basket, feed it to him and let him just lay it in for 2 points.
Easy.
Take the easy yards if you don't have it there. Or if you're in no man's land, do I or don't I, do I or don't I. Usually it's a don't I and go to the short guy. Take the 8 yards, bring up 2nd and 2 on this 2-minute drive. That's what I mean by the lay-in, is take the easy stuff.
Here's Dusty. You had a great one, too.
Yeah, one of my good buddies, Sam Riddle, who was National Player of the Year, is a quarterback at Linfield, and he always told the quarterbacks at the high school we coached at, hey, guys, you can't go broke taking a profit. You take the little gains, put that money in your pocket. You'll never go broke that way.
That's good. I like
thought
that.
That was a great way to put it, because if you go for broke, sometimes you're gonna bust. You can't go broke taking a profit.
You guys are good. You guys are good. The layup and the profit. There you go. So 2 minute remaining here in this first half. Oregon up 21-6. 256 yards of offense to 84 for Minnesota. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Ducks at their own 33-yard line. And it's just fun watching this team operate both sides of the ball. Sadiq goes way outside to the left. I think that's him by himself. Inside, actually, 2 receivers there. Benson comes to the right. And Dante on 2nd down and 2. Back to throw. A little play action. Looking deep. Can he go there? Nope. Little flat pass out to Davis. A little check down for the first down to the 37-yard line. Stops the clock to move the chains with 1:52 remaining. Oregon still has 2 timeouts. Plenty of time. Davison sprinting way out to the left-hand side as a wide receiver out there. Empty backfield, so trips to the left, back to throw again. Time, steps away from it, runs, and will throw downfield. Sadiq's caught it for the first down inside the 45.
What a catch. Low and behind around his left knee when he's going across the field. What a catch by Sadiq.
Dante gets himself some time by running away from the pressure and then got the open man. First down and back to throw. Very quick throw. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Might have tipped A big defensive lineman, Jalen Logan Redding, who's 6'4", 295, got in quickly and threw his hands up and deflected that ball. 1:31 remaining.
I love it when they get Minnesota hurrying after a big play like that and kind of on their heels and then hand it off and run it over them.
So second down and 10 at the 42. I remember Alex Harkey not playing in this game tonight, and the offensive line's got a little... Oh, I beg your pardon. Harkey not playing. Jennards Wilson out for this game. They're back to throw on second and 10. Plenty of time downfield. Catch made, first down. And how about Jamari Johnson climbing the ladder to get that ball over the middle where you can really get popped. That's guts. First down inside of the 20 to the 18-yard line. A 21-yard pickup.
Boy, you can run it here on them now.
Whittington is going to get the ball right up the gut. Goes very short yardage inside to the 15. He'll pick up 3. It'll be second down and 7. Minute 10 remaining.
Just love Dante Moore's patience in that pocket like he was when he hit Johnson on that play. Just sat, didn't hurry anything, waited for Johnson to get open and put the ball in the money.
Second down and 7. Whittington again to the left of Dante Moore. Wide out, 1 to the left, 2 to the right. And back to throw. Dante looking right. Throws it in the middle. Sadiq. He gets hit at the 3. Will not go down and finally scores. No, they're going to say his knee was down at the 3. Talk about not giving up. Sadiq, who was going to get
The ruling is the runner was down at the 3-yard line.
We'll look at it, I'm sure, but there's the replay. Oh, I don't know.
And if he's not, do they allow the touchdown? Because if they blew the whistle, the play's dead, right? He
does not go down.
His knee didn't go down. So
I don't know.
So then what do you do? I don't know if they can review it if they blew the whistle and blew the play dead.
I think Oregon's probably going to call a timeout. Yeah. Dan Lannon is all the way down at the 8-yard line, giving the head linesman attention to call the timeout. So, yeah, what's the rule on this? If they blow it dead, is it dead? Dusty Harrow, you're down there close to where the action is. What are you hearing?
Yeah, I mean, look, we all know
Oregon
this.
is challenging the ruling on the field.
They're going to go for it. I didn't hear a whistle, though, and that's the big thing, that a whistle was not blown. The play they just thought was done. When he got into the end zone is when the whistle was blown. So everybody kept playing after Sadiq got up and was going towards the end zone. And, guys, you know this just as well as I do, right? If Michael Dyer was not down, Kenyon Sadiq was definitely not down because that right there was not even close to what Dyer did. This is his head hits the ground.
And that's it right there.
I think that's the key, Dusty. I think they're going to say the head part of the body. That would be my guess. I don't know how that rule reads. That would be, let's go to New York.
Boy.
His knee didn't, his arm didn't, nothing went down except for his head.
Yeah, and I don't know if your helmet is down. I mean, you know, if you're running down the field and you do a headstand and then you get back on your feet, I don't think you're down.
Guys, I don't think I've ever had a situation in my life where I've seen, is the head down?
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what the rule is on that.
I don't know. Wow.
By the way, 31 seconds remaining. Still one timeout for Oregon unless they win this, and then the timeouts don't make any difference. It'll be a touchdown.
His knee sure didn't go down.
A touchdown by a nose would have a new meaning if this is.
Usually a header is in soccer, not in football.
Yeah. Well, if they give him the touchdown, you can say he used his head.
Jerry, you said you were looking for a little Kenyon Sadiq on this drive. You've got a lot of him here.
Oh, boy, isn't that true? Here we go. I think it's a touchdown.
The play, the ruling of the runner down at the 3-yard line is upheld. Oregon is charged with timeout and may not challenge for the remainder of the game.
It has to be the helmet. Yeah. Okay. Joey Mack, you just did a quick search for us.
Yeah, and again, the quickness of the search by myself and Chris Clayton, the head would be considered down.
Yeah. Okay. I just have never seen it.
Yeah, Dusty's right. I've never seen that.
The 42 seconds.
So 42 seconds put back on the clock. 21-6 Oregon with first half coming down. I think they're going to put, no, they said 32.
42 seconds.
Yeah, it is 42 seconds. Oregon still has one timeout, and it's first and goal from the 3 where he was whistled down. His head touching the turf.
In all these years, we've never had that come up. Yeah.
I love the Michael Dyer reference, so it brings back some ugly memories, huh? Ooh. So first and goal from the 3. With 42 seconds remaining and a timeout. Davidson, I believe, the running back. And a whistle blows, and timeout, Minnesota.
Second timeout of the half. Minnesota, 30 seconds in duration.
And that was going to be a handoff, I think, to Jordan Davison. So we'll see if the Oregon Ducks will dial up something different here or go back with the same. Oregon, 197 yards passing, 123 rushing, 320 total to Minnesota's 84.
Please reset the game clock to 42 seconds. Thank you.
Yeah, so right now at halftime, they have more yards than Minnesota gives up in an entire game. So,
and that's with Janoris Wilson out. Alex Harkey is back, though. He didn't play last week. Dave Iuli, Isaiah Worrell. So, yeah, Pregnon at right guard, Iuli at left guard. So Oregon mixing things up, but that's what they do in practice. And they've told us they do that in practice because they may have to do it in a game. So 6 linemen, that's 3 tight ends. And they were going to have Sadiq as a fullback. Now they go back to the shotgun. Davison to the left, and this could be a pass. Back to throw. Look at, swing it right. It is caught. Sadiq way up the ladder. Get it out of the air. Bring it down with a toe tap. Touchdown, Oregon. Kenyon Sadiq.
I'm glad you spoke up before this drive, Jerry. Sadiq hasn't had that ball thrown his way much. Maybe we'll see a little bit more than we did on that drive. And how about the athleticism of number 18? He becomes your primary receiver to throw to the back corner of the end zone after he lined up as an inside receiver. Ball on the money, first of all, from Dante Moore. And then the hands of Kenyon Sadiq to get that ball outside. Wow.
That's spectacular. Impressive. That's spectacular play.
And you're trying to cover him with an inside linebacker. It's a mismatch.
Extra point. Sappington. Ferguson Reynolds to hold. He does. The kick is up. And it is good. And with 37 seconds remaining in this first half, it's 28-6. And Gage Hurek with that extra point kick, I'm told. So, how about this? Dante Moore in the first half, quietly 18 of 20 for 200 yards. Oregon is putting on a show here against what has been a pretty good defensive football team all year.
Other than the turnover, they've moved it pretty much up and down the field at will in their possessions. That Toyota drive summary for Oregon, the 2-minute drill, as you talked about before it ever started. Oregon goes 8 plays, 75 yards in a minute, 48, 12 seconds less than 2. Sadiq with a 3-yard touchdown reception and the extra point kick. Dante Moore, 6 of 7 for 72 yards on that drive, and it's Oregon 28, Minnesota 6. 37 seconds left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Sadiq, 6 catches in the first half now, 64 yards, I believe, and the touchdown. And some of his catches have been pretty spectacular tonight. He went up high for that one, and the diving catch inside the 5-yard line to start the game was just athleticism. Here's the kickoff, very high, and about 5 yards deep. Will go into the end zone, bounce out of it, and it'll come out to the 25. Safeway is the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway and play the big sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win great prizes such as duck gear or season tickets. 37 seconds remaining here in this first half, and see if Minnesota is going to try to do something or play safe. They'll send 2 receivers out to the right, and one alone comes left from the shotgun. Drake Lindsay going to put that ball in the air with 37 seconds left to run it. Snap, back to throw. Looking middle, swings it out. It is tipped. Almost intercepted. Intended out of the right side or left side by the tight end, Jamison Gears, and he tipped the ball. And then you wonder, okay, is anybody going to get to it?
You appreciate the effort of the tight end, but sometimes the effort can lead to disaster. And looked like Oregon and Flowers was almost able to dive and get an interception there with a little bit of time left during the first half.
Second down and 10 for the 25. Three receivers go out to the right. Another one comes left. That's Brockington, I believe. And shotgun again for Lindsay. That's second and 10 with 33 seconds left. And a whistle, and the last timeout called by Minnesota.
Prior to the snap, Minnesota has called the third.
I know 28-6 and you're in a deep hole, but with 32 seconds remaining and you're at your own 25, are you a little surprised that Minnesota's thrown the ball?
To me, I thought they might try it on the first play and see if you can get 15, 20 yards and then pick up the pace to get into field goal range. But after that incompletion right there, I might kind of back off a little bit here, because the last thing you need is some sort of disaster to happen down here. A sack, a fumble, a tip ball almost intercepted like Oregon had there, and give up another cheap score.
I would imagine we're going to see a run here. I mean, if they on third down throw an incomplete pass, Oregon's got a timeout. They'll get the ball back with enough time to do some damage. So let's see what P.J. Fleck told his offense. Drake Lindsay, running back, Ejabo, I believe, to his right. Oh, Taylor, it is Darius Taylor, the running back. Here's the snap and the handoff, and going left and getting outside near a first down as he goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line with 28 seconds remaining. It will be third down and about 2. So a really big third down here, because if they don't get it on third down, Oregon's going to call timeout. Third down and 2.
Oregon has one timeout left. Had 2, but had used one on a challenge and lost the challenge, so they have 1.
Running back to the right of Lindsay. Taylor, the running back, and a sneak went right up the middle. Gail, we got it. You got enough for the first down. Right up the middle. I didn't see the tight end. Did tight end come in motion to take that direct snap? And there's a snap and kill the ball. With 18 seconds remaining, Minnesota's just not giving up.
21 seconds.
Still trying to get points.
They're still trying to get points. Give them credit.
Anything they've done, Jerry, trying to get gas yards or big yards down the field have been those lob passes to the outside. So it'll be interesting to see here if they try a couple, 2 or 3 of those, because all it takes is one with a field goal kicker like they have, get across the 50 and you got a chance.
I'm not sure I wouldn't have saved that tight end direct snap for later in the game. You might have really been able to use it. Here's a direct snap back to throw. Lindsay, a lot of time, throws it into the ground, incomplete.
Anybody near? He's in the pocket.
It was going to be a screen, but it was blown up. 17 seconds remaining. Third down. And again, the incomplete pass stops the clock. And if this is an incomplete pass, or regardless, if they don't get first down, Oregon's going to use that last time out, I would think. 17 seconds remaining, third down and 10. Minnesota at their own 36. Left hash. 2 receivers go out to the right. Loya, Brockington. 1 receiver comes left. That's Smith. On third down and 10. Lindsay back to throw. Swings a little short pass, blocked, knocked down, incomplete. Tuioti got in, got his hands up, and knocked it out of the air with 13 seconds remaining. Oregon doesn't need to use their last time out. Minnesota's going to have to punt the ball away. Oh,
boy.
Tuioti got way up in the air.
Has he been good this year or what? I mean, he has taken it to a next level.
Yeah.
getting after the quarterback, playing smart football wherever he is on the field, making plays, discipline when he has to be disciplined. He's had a tremendous year so far this year.
Malik Benson stands at his own 25-yard line and ready to punt. Tom Weston. And the clock runs down, and it's going to be a
delay of game.
5-yard penalty.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Well, that helps Oregon a little bit. Every yard makes a difference. Any kind of return here at all by Benson, and Oregon will be in shape. But only 13 seconds remaining. One timeout. Here's Weston again to punt. Snap, good. Rush not there. The punt away. And Benson will come up, make the grab, and have some room. Going to try to get outside to the left. With a block or two, not going to get much. He'll go out of bounds at the 35 with 1 second remaining. That ball was in the air for a long time on that punt. So 44 yards on the punt, 10 yards on the return. It was designed for punt left. So he was going to try to get outside that wall. But defended well.
Yeah, defended well, and one of the contained men from Minnesota, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Play outside in. Don't let anybody get outside of you. And Minnesota's punt coverage team on that side of the field did a really good job.
So 1 second. Oregon may launch it down the field. We'll see. Leading 28-6. Dante, shotgun, 2 receivers out to the right. Davidson to his right. Dante with a snap. Give it to Davidson. Up the middle. And gets free for a moment. He'll get about 5-6 yards. Then land a rushing total, but will not get him anything point-wise anymore in the first half. And how about a first half of football for this Oregon Duck team? Offensively and defensively. 28-6. Oregon with the lead as half comes to an end. And we'll watch down below for our Dusty Hair to get our Toyota halftime interview with head coach Dan Lanning. And he's got to be, one would think, happy with the way his team's performed here in the first half. Both sides of the ball. A couple of penalties, a fumble, but they have been able to do most of everything they've wanted to do. Let's go down to Dusty.
Coach, first half offense, explosives were back in a big way. What have you seen from your offense in the first two?
They're doing a good job of taking what they're giving us. I think we've done a good job establishing the run, getting a second push. Quarterback's playing really well right now.
Defense up front, you guys are winning the line of scrimmage and holding that run gain to only 18 yards rushing. What have you liked about your defense?
Yeah, we got to give our defense better field position, protect the ball, but so far they've done a good job. They had that last drive where they got some chunks that we got to clean up.
You ever seen anybody's head be down by contact?
Today.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Appreciate it.
What a quick answer. You're going to get anything by Dan Lanning. That ain't going to happen.
I think it was a new one for him, just like it was for us.
It was today. 28-6, Oregon with the lead at the half. And, Georgie, you just got to be really, I'm going to say, somewhat satisfied with what you're seeing so far.
Impressive first half. Obviously, we want to see that continue here in the second half, but first half, I just thought they were so solid the way that they played. Run-pass balance. Got Minnesota's defense in particular off balance when they began to hit some chunk passes, and then they pounded them with the run. Nice combination, the way the defense has played, too. You think about it, defensively, you've given up one drive. The other one was a turnover. Hardly any yards on it for the field goal. So really the defense, 3 points is what they've given up here in the first half. Nice job by the Ducks so far. 94 total yards of offense for Minnesota. That's a heck of an effort. And great to see Kenyon Sadiq back. And he was definitely back on that final drive. 28-6, Oregon with the lead at the half. We're back with our halftime. All the scores from around the nation, both of them. Because that's not what the normally the games on this Friday Night Lights on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey, Ducks, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Oregon t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Oregon in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
988 Oregon isn't just a suicide and crisis line. It's for anyone who's struggling and needs to talk. 988 is completely free and confidential. If you don't want to share information about yourself, you don't have to. 988 can also help with drinking or drug use, work stress, relationship problems. You can even get in touch about a friend or family member. Counselors are available 24/7 every day of the year to provide support, whatever you're going through. Call or text 988 or visit 988oregon.org.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Books, time now for college football's most refreshing halftime show. Presented by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. A first half recap. Scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college football are all ahead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Back at Autzen Stadium, time now for the Coors Light halftime. Chris Clayton here with you in the booth at Autzen Stadium, where Oregon leads Minnesota 28-6. Lots to like from the Ducks coming out, making a statement early. They get the ball first. They get a long pass to Malik Benson. They get a diving catch by Kenyon Sadiq to the 1-yard line and punch it in to take an early 7-0 lead. Oregon then got a stop, got the ball back, a long Jordan Davison touchdown to go up 14-0. Oregon's stifling defense holding Minnesota down, a 14-3 lead. And then early in the second quarter, an incredible touchdown for the Ducks.
It's going to be a pistol look with Whittington lined up right behind Moore. And the snap given to Whittington up the middle. Busts through for a quick 3. Moore, 5, 10, 11, 12. On his feet. He's going to score. Whittington comes out of a pile and scores. Memories of Patrick Johnson against Washington and Seattle. In a pile. Looks like he's going down, but the legs never quit. Touchdown, Oregon.
Baby, how does he disappear in that pile? And then he popped out the other side of it and was off to the races. I mean, he got lost in the scrum, and they're pushing and shoving, and nobody pulls him down, and then he just tears away and goes down the field.
One of the touchdowns of the year for Oregon. They go up 21-3. Minnesota marches down, does get a field goal. They make it 21-6. Just over 2 minutes to go in the half. And the Ducks march down with a stellar 2-minute drive of their own and get into the end zone.
Davison to the left, and this could be a pass. Back to throw. Look at, swing it right. It is caught. Sadiq way up the ladder. Get it out of the air. Bring it down with a toe tap. Touchdown, Oregon. Kenyon Sadiq.
28-6. Oregon leads, and that is our score at the half. The Coors Light halftime continues when we come back. We have a Safeway Big Ten Top 25 scoreboard, plus we will play the honorary captain interviews coming up next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of game day's #1 pour. We're celebrating every snap from coast to coast because it doesn't matter what colors you wear as long as Evan's there. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and enjoy the smooth, rich taste of my favorite Kentucky bourbon at your next tailgate. Go Ducks! Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus, enjoy responsibly.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Ducks.
Ready in the snap and back to throw. Looks left.
Golden Gophers.
Pressure goes down. Back at the 15.
This is Oregon football from Learfield. Time for another check of scores from around the Big Ten and the rest of college football. Brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks.
Back with you in the Coors Light halftime. Not very many scores to go around the rest of the country. Ryan Milano with you. We'll give you the one college football score currently in action. It's a good one in the ACC. Clemson up 20-19 on the road against number 20 Louisville inside of the 2-minute mark. Louisville on defense trying to call timeouts to keep the game alive. Oregon volleyball was in action tonight against Indiana. Ducks took set one. Hoosiers took the next three. Ducks dropped this volleyball match 3-1. Also in cross country at the West Regional, both the men's and women's cross country teams for Oregon qualified for the NCAA championships. Now, earlier in the pregame, we didn't get to our honorary captains interviews. Chris Clayton sat down with two special Ducks. Chris, you talked to two family members who played for Oregon.
Yeah, pretty special moment before this game, seeing the emotion of father and son on the field as honorary captains. And I talked with them a few hours ago about what would they be feeling as honorary captains here this week.
It's been fun so far. Everybody is very accommodating. Yeah, I mean, everything was just worked out well.
How often are you able to come back around Autzen Stadium and come to Ducks game?
About 2-3 times a year, yeah.
As you walk around compared to when you play here in the 70s, what goes through your head as you see the differences?
Well, people don't believe me, but we used to dress at Mac Court, and we would bicycle with our football gear to Autzen Stadium. And back then, the whole stadium was pretty much concrete. There was no color. But otherwise, it's just a pretty amazing place.
Your journey, you grew up in Aloha, right, in Oregon. How did you become a Duck? How did that process go?
Actually, I went to Arizona State my first year, and there was no transfer portals, none of that. So got homesick and then knew some coaches back here. They said, well, come back, you can walk on, and the next year I got a scholarship. So
you think about your career, what stands out as some main memories on the field?
Beating the Beavers 3 times in a row. Yeah, but we were not very good back then. We would win 1 or 2 games a year. And then Brooks showed up. Rich Brooks showed up, and he turned everything around.
Does it fill you with extra pride being part of the foundational teams that help this program grow into what it is today?
Yeah, it's kind of neat because when we played here, or I did, there was probably 17,000 people in the stands, and people, a lot of them could get in free too back. We were just happy somebody showed up. But it was, yeah, a lot's changed. I mean, the whole parking lot, everything.
And then your son ended up being a Duck as well. Yeah. How much pride did that give you to see your son as an Oregon Duck as well?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. One of my friends that coached here for 30 years, Steve Greatwood, he said, I want to have they went to Churchill High School, both of them, my son, and so did Steve Greatwood. He said, I want your son to be a long snapper. He can walk on. I said, well, it's his choice. So he did, and then the next year, Chip Kelly gave him a scholarship.
As you're on the field today and hearing the fans cheer for you and your son along by your side, what do you think is going to be your emotions?
Just the memory of it being here, and I think I was an honorary captain about 7 years ago. And then the announcer, Don Essick, I don't know if you know him, he's a good friend of mine, and I always ask, how many father-sons were born in Oregon and played at Oregon? He goes, let me do some research on that. I think over time they said, hey, maybe we should get them as honorary captains, and I think that's how this all evolved.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Now we'll talk with Justin. Justin, your career, you started as a walk-on, and you're able to grow into being a player who earned a scholarship and contributed. What was that like over the course of your career?
there's a couple things that happened. There was a lot of injuries and people that left the team, and I happened to have a really good spring ball too. And I was actually going to leave and go to Cal Poly because I had a lot of people ahead of me in the receiving group, and I had a good spring and decided to stay on board, and that's when they offered me a scholarship too. And I sort of think back, we had a DB coach, Coach Neal, and he brought up a story of World War II and the wars and how people enlisted in those wars. And I'm not much of a war buff, but he said the people that usually got the most out of what they experienced with the war or their loyalty to their family and the country was the ones that volunteered. And I sort of felt like a volunteer as a walk-on, and I just had a lot of love for the game. And then in that, it was fun to compete. I enjoyed trying to kind of climb the ladder, so to speak. And I think I've taken a lot of that with me beyond football. So yeah, it was a great experience, and I'm glad I walked on. Yeah, in hindsight.
And you grew up in Eugene, you played at Churchill, so there probably was some extra passion and pride being somebody from Eugene.
Yeah, I remember tailgating out in the parking lot, and my dad had a brown Chevy van, and we would come out here at 6 a.m. and tailgate. And but I never really saw like, oh, I'm going to play there. It was just like kind of one season at a time, and the opportunity to play here came quite late. Trying to make a decision on where to go to school, and they actually needed a long snapper for the scout team. So I was like, sure, let's do it. I hadn't committed anywhere else. I wasn't like a highly recruited athlete, and just kind of worked my way up there. So it was really, it felt good to have my family here and have that, but I also had this life of football and being around the players and all that. So yeah, it was nice to be home.
What are some favorite memories suiting up for the Ducks and on the field?
Sure. Well, I'll go bad stories first, I guess. My first game that I traveled, we went to Boise State, and the whole LeGarrette Blount situation was quite an eye-opener to me as like a red shirt freshman coming off the bench, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is what we're doing here. But I think getting a scholarship was a huge thing for me because that's what I was working for. I was working to get put on scholarship and to help the team out, and those are strong memories. And being on the team with other walk-ons that I had known from other teams, that was a big part. I mean, we definitely intermingled and became strong friends with all the guys who were on scholarship. But yeah, and the bowl games, I mean, it was just such a focused group of individuals that I have never experienced since then, and that was really special. It almost felt like you were like this single human moving through games and all that, and we were quite successful, and it really felt like everybody was on the same page, and that was pretty unique. Yeah.
And now how about this experience? You're an honorary captain, which is cool, but to be able to do it with your dad too, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I flash back. I was a team captain 2011 maybe, and for the Oregon State game, he was an honorary captain, so we were both out on the field at that point. And yeah, it's sweet. I don't really go to many games now, but to come back and do it this way is great. And we got 2 young kids now, so to kind of let them experience it too it's been a lot of fun.
I was going to ask you about the kids. I mean, the next Hoffman in line to be Ducks, right? Are they athletes?
Yeah, I have no expectations for them to play football. I mean, we have talked about it, but I don't know. I know this world. I know football. I played in it. I had a lot of experiences in it, and I actually wouldn't mind if they went and did something that we weren't familiar with. We got to learn something new. So in the meantime, we can give them these experiences and show them around the stadium, and they can enjoy it that way, hopefully.
Well, congrats on this experience. It's amazing, and Duck fans will enjoy it, I'm sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Justin Hoffman and Bill Hoffman, the honorary captains here for this game. This really cool moment. They were waving to the crowd, gave each other a big hug on the field here at Autzen Stadium to a big ovation. The honorary captains here today. I'm glad we were able to get to those interviews as well. Coors Light halftime show continues when we come back. We're getting close to kickoff now, a few minutes away from the second half. Oregon leads Minnesota 28-6 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
College football's most refreshing halftime show has been brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. This is Duck Football from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie, it's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps so you never miss a moment. And with access to your game stats and scores in one place, it's good. DirecTV now includes ESPN Unlimited. Visit DirecTV.com today. DirecTV is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Included premium apps may vary. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscriptions required. New residential customers auto-renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Equipment lease required. Unreturned device fees apply. Credit card and restrictions apply.
Oregon pride runs deep from Autzen Stadium to every backyard across the Willamette Valley. And now the team that's been building outdoor living dreams for over 45 years is coming home to Duck Country. Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking, trusted across the Northwest for fences, decks, and patio covers that are built right. Built Rick's. Our brand new Eugene showroom opens February 2026. And just like Oregon, we're bringing our A game. Visit ricksfencingeugene.com to get your project started today. Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking, proud sponsor of the Oregon Ducks.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been to myself.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
I'm Joey Mack, back in the Country Financial broadcast booth. It is the conclusion of the Coors Light halftime show. Thanks to Ashley Gentry in the OSN studios, Ryan Milano, Chris Clayton. We're coming up on the second half of action. So far, so good for the Ducks, leading the Gophers of Minnesota 28-6. The Ducks are outgaining the Golden Gophers 332-94. 200 passing, 132 rushing yards for the Ducks. Dante Moore is feeling it today. 18 for 20 for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. That's a 90% rate and a 190.5 quarterback rating. Kenyon Sadiq is back out there for the Ducks, and he's making an impact. 6 catches for 64 yards and a touchdown. Noah Whittington, 7 carries, 69 yards and a score. Jordan Davison, 6 carries, 60 yards, 2 scores. And Dante Moore's also carried the ball a few times. The Ducks have the lead, 28-6. I'm Joey Mack, along with Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen in the Country Financial broadcast booth.
Thank you, Joey Mack. I like what you said about so far. So far, Ducks have played really, really well.
That's why we call it halftime.
Yeah, they're gonna continue what they're doing in that second half. But it was impressive, and I've already had a flag thrown on me. My great granddaughter's name is, I said Kaylee. How about Miley? But it was spell check. It's closed. I got to call. It's spell check. It changed everything. It's Melee, not Kaylee. And they didn't change her number either. Here's the second half underway. A kick that's not going to go very deep. Could be returned, and it will be. Parrish at the 10, the 15, and hit at the 20, and that's as far as he will get. Special teams, and a guy you don't get a chance to see a lot in the special team. Braden Platt was the first Duck to hit him, and then he got a lot of help. No, didn't realize that Braden actually had played a little linebacker in the first half. We didn't call his name or number, but he's getting some playing time. So, Oregon on defense to start the second half is they won the flip of the coin and took the offense out first. Got that early score, so Minnesota gets the ball to start the second half. Darius Taylor to the right of Drake Lindsey. a redshirt freshman quarterback. Tight end motions to the right, back to throw. Lindsey looks left all the way, throws, catch made. Big first down catch across the 35 to the 38 to Lamerke Brockington. 6 feet, 195-pound redshirt senior.
He had been pretty quiet all night long. Their leading receiver is Brockington, but really hadn't had the ball thrown his way all night long. This time he gets inside on Theron Johnson, who's holding on to the back of him. Doesn't get called for pass interference, but a nice throw and catch.
First down to the 39-yard line. Minnesota, who's obviously looked at halftime to make some adjustments. Here's Lindsey from that shotgun. Long count and handed off. Taylor goes up the middle. Nice little run. He'll get near a first down. I beg your pardon. That was first down. He'll get about 5 and make it second down and 5.
You got to anticipate Minnesota's going to come out and play better here in the second half. They got a taste of a positive drive towards the end of the first half. Ended up having to settle for a field goal, but they're trying to go back to work to see if they can put another one of those drives together and get points on the board. 28-6. Oregon right now, 13:45 left in the third quarter.
Darius Taylor the second. To mention that for guys, they like that known. And Lindsey from the shotgun. 2 receivers out to the right. And handed off again. This time, Uyunglele says, not on my watch. Taylor got the handoff as Mateo got there.
I thought Mateo was going to swallow up Taylor and Lindley at the same time. He was there so quickly, but he made the right choice and brought Taylor down for the loss.
Came through unblocked. In fact, the offensive guard tried to grab a hold of him as he went by. 4 of 9 third downs for Minnesota tonight. Here's third down and 6. Golden Gophers from their own 42. 28-6. Oregon with a second half lead here early in this third quarter. And long count, back to throw, straight drop. Little dump pass to the right to Taylor. They've worked that before, and it's good for a big first down. Inside Oregon territory all the way to the 44-yard line.
It was that same type of play that they hit in the first half, Jerry, where Taylor goes out to the right like he's going to leak on a screen, and then he cuts straight up the field and catches it right there, and Betcher not able to get to him because he's being blocked down the field.
14 yards on the play. Very well executed.
Yeah, twice it's worked for about the same amount of yardage.
2 receivers close to the right. A tight end each way for Lindsey. Tight end to the left, more of an H, and now he'll shift to the right side. So 2 tight ends on the right. And Lindsey with Taylor to his right. Gonna hand it off. Taylor's gonna get some room. Comes left. Little straight arm gets him inside the 40. Hit hard out of bounds at about the 37 to 38-yard line. Betcher, I think, finally lowered the boom. Might have been Ife Obadego also.
But Taylor fought his way outside, and by being able to get outside that contain man, he was able to get some extra yards. A nice first down gain there, even though a lot of running on the play. Still some good yards on first down, which is what you want if you're Minnesota. You don't want to be playing behind the chains.
Second down and 5 at the Duck 38-yard line, just inside the 39. Lindsey. Taylor to his right, shotgun again, snap, high snap. He'll throw it quickly out to the right. Caught by the receiver, and he's not going to get much. A couple of 3 yards maybe for Loya. Logan Loya, and that play was kind of mismanaged a little bit from a high snap. Lindsey had to kind of go up high and get that ball. And that slowed down the pitch to the outside. And a great play by Thieneman to push him outside. He got help from his secondary. So third down and long. Ball inside the 40, just still about that 39-yard line. Third down and 5. I'm going to say third and 5.
5 of 10, Minnesota is.
Got to hurry up. Didn't get the play off. They didn't get. They're going to blow it dead. When I look at that play clock at 0, and I look back to the quarterback, and the ball hadn't been snapped yet.
Prior to the expiration of the play clock. First time out of the half.
No,
Minnesota.
No flag. Timeout was called.
Timeout on the field.
By Minnesota just prior to the clock hitting 0 on the play clock. So we get our first time out of the second half. Duck football sponsored by OCCU. Duck fans get more for the things they care about with remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit. 10:29 left in the third. 28-6 Oregon with a lead. We're back in our Country Financial broadcast booth after this timeout on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hello, is this Pacific Source Health Plans?
This is a health plan.
I'm trying to reach Pacific Source. I know I'll get a person on the phone when I call them.
What do you think I am?
I mean, you sound like a person.
That's what counts.
Automated systems can do a lot, even sound a lot like people. What automated systems can't do is offer the quality our members rely on, empathy. When you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll talk to a person who cares.
What did you say your name was?
Nexa 9000.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
10:29 left, third quarter. 28-6. Oregon with the lead. Minnesota will have a 3rd and 5 at the Duck 39-yard line. This drive, Lindsey, who was not effective in the first half much at all, is 3 for 3 passing for 33 yards. And Dusty Hare, always wonder at halftime what kind of adjustments teams make, and you're seeing Minnesota have found something at halftime.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to what Oregon was doing when the run game wasn't working for them on the opening drive. They made that adjustment midway through the first quarter to soften them up with the pass, and Oregon did it in the middle of the field, and right now you're seeing Minnesota do it on the edges. They ran a quick slant to the outside. They ran a delayed screen when nothing was open down the field. I mean, they're having a little bit of success getting the ball out quicker to the perimeter and then trying to set up that inside screen game, and it opens up the run game as well.
Yeah, I think the play calling has been really good here so far to start the third quarter.
That's Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline Mike. With a view from there, 3rd down and 5 at the Oregon 39-yard line, 38-39. But 3rd down management. 3 receivers will group out to the left. Oregon shows blitz, so they come on 3rd and 5. Lindsey sends a tight end motion all the way to the right. The snap and the handoff and a huge hole up the middle. Inside of the 25, inside to the 15-yard line. Oregon was coming all out. And when you can pop that line, there's nobody in the secondary to stop you. 23 yards.
They packed the line of scrimmage, and I thought had every gap taken, but all you got to do is pop a crack, and that's exactly what they did. Right up the middle to the left. Nice run by Taylor to be able to make that big gain, and it continues this drive, a 3rd down conversion.
Uyunglele, who had contained, went too far outside, and that left that big opening on that off the left tackle. 1st down to 15. Lindsey snapping back to throw. Swings a little short pass out to Taylor. Around some blocking, gets around the edge and gets a few. We go out of bounds inside the 13 at about, they're going to put it just about the 13-yard line. Pickup of almost 3, 2nd down at about 7. They put the ball right on the 13-yard line. And 2nd down and 8. 2 of the receivers go out to the right. Dangerous Brockington. And 1 back behind Lindsey, who is under center. And it's going to be a quick throw to the outside. Brockington able to grab. Sidestepping a couple of tackles inside to about the 10. Well, he was doing some dancing. He made some Oregon Ducks miss. But it'll be 3rd down, and still significant. 3rd down and almost 5.
Did a nice job getting positive yards after he had to kind of weave his way back and forth before the pursuit of Oregon's defense got there. But again, right now, Minnesota's 6 of 11 on 3rd down, so they've had a pretty good night so far on 3rd down.
Better than their average 39% on the year. Brockington, the outside receiver, way out to the right. Inside of him, Smith. 1 receiver alone to the left. Tracy. Back to throw, Lindsey. Looking middle. Dumps it over the middle. It is. What a catch. And it will be touchdown. What a catch. Reaching behind him is Javon Tracy, 6 feet 205, a redshirt junior. He reached behind him and gathered the ball in and was able to get it into the right-hand side. And that is a great second-half opening drive by Minnesota.
What a great catch by Tracy. That ball thrown way behind. He reaches back. He beat Obadegu and was able to shed the block at about the three, and a nice opening second-half drive by Minnesota to try to fight their way back into this game.
Tracy, second leading receiver on this team, coming in with 27 catches. That's probably about as nice as catches he's had all year. And the extra point kick is up and in. So with 8:17 remaining in this third quarter, all of a sudden it's a 28-13 ball game. Oregon with the lead, and they'll get the ball on the kickoff when we come back to Autzen Stadium in our Country Financial broadcast booth. Minnesota showing a little bit of life here at Autzen on the Oregon Sports Network from their field.
At Willamette Valley Cancer Institute, we know fighting cancer takes more than courage. It takes the most advanced care possible. That's why we offer the latest immunotherapies, targeted treatments, precision radiation, robotic surgery, and access to leading-edge clinical trials. We're not just fighting cancer. We're pushing the boundaries of what's possible right here at home. With locations in Eugene, Springfield, Albany, Corvallis, Florence, Newport, and Lincoln City, expert care is within reach. Find out how you can fight like a duck at OregonCancer.com.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community, and First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Dennis DeCasas. Starting with just one school, Dennis has established food banks across his school district. He dedicates countless hours raising funds, preparing meals, coordinating deliveries, and organizing volunteers to ensure families in need receive food year-round, including through the summer months. He manages all of this while also running a life skills classroom. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Dennis DeCasas.
Oregon.
Got a block. 10-5.
Minnesota.
Touchdown, Oregon.
From the Country Financial broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
8:17 left third quarter, 28-13. Oregon with the lead. We'll get the ball back after the kickoff. Les Schwab Tires are proud to support Oregon football, where toughness and reliability matter, just like the tires you count on every day. And now with a verse of Take Me Home Country Roads, here's Jordan.
Impressive opening drive by the Golden Gophers to start the second half. The Toyota drive summaries, 10 plays, 80 yards, 6:38 is what it took. Tracy, the great catch. Reached back behind, scoops that ball in, 10-yard touchdown reception, and Denneberg with the extra point. It's Oregon 28, Minnesota 13, 8:17 left here in the third quarter. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places, and that's the way you get yourself right back in the game, by doing that.
Country road, come on, join and take me home. Come on, Dusty. Way West Virginia. Who's got the worst voice here?
Me, mama.
Take me home, country roads. Oh my gosh! Can't accuse us of not having fun.
Kids at heart, like I said, kids at heart.
I'm just telling you, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, people turning down their radio while that's going on.
Oh wow! Dusty, did I hear your voice at all, or were you smart enough not to join in?
I'm just holding the microphone far enough away from my mouth so nobody can hear.
Kickoff will come from our right to our left, and Oregon need to put something together offensively. Do not let Minnesota feel like they're getting back in this ballgame, which they sort of have on that drive. Here's a kick, very high, way back, and will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Duck football brought to you by Nature Made. Made to care for fans on game day and every day. The official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football.
Well, it's a way to energize your defense real quick if you're Minnesota. Is have your offense come out and go 80 yards right down the field on the opening second half drive to score a touchdown to close this gap to 15 points. Let's see how Oregon responds, as the offense has been off the field for a long time and then sat there for basically 7.5 minutes waiting to come on the field.
So Winnington and Hill One on each side of Dante Moore. Two wideouts will come out to the right. One of those at H-back. And Dante, snap, give it to Hill, going to go left. Try to cut it up, gets through for a little bit. He'll get about 3, almost 4 to the 29. It'll be second down and about 6. Good first down yardage. 8:04 remaining here. 8 minutes in this third quarter. Kind of an important drive for Oregon's offense here early in the second half. Whittington to the left of Moore. Beg your pardon, to the right of Moore. Hill to the left. And now they'll switch locations. I had it right the first time. Dante on that shotgun snap. Give it to Hill again. Hill's going to go left side. Almost got through. He'll get wrapped up and not go down until he gets the first down. That's a good hard first or second down run for the first down just across the 35.
Yeah, contact was made on De'Aaron Hill before he got to that first down marker, but he kept that leg drive going, was able to get just past the 35.
3 receivers tight to the left. Snap. Little screen over to the left-hand side. Hill gets through in a hurry and we'll get a quick 4, almost 5 yards. Screen to the left-hand side. He's got Jamari Johnson, one of the guys out there blocking for him on that screen. Pick up a 4, second down and 6. Under 7 minutes to go here, third quarter. 28-13 Oregon. 2 receivers way out to the right. I think Benson, the outside receiver. One alone to the left. On second down. Motioning coming all right. And as a quick screen the other way, and Whittington's going to get the ball, go up and get across the 40, the 42. And they go out of bounds just short of the 43-yard line. And it will be third down.
Got more than I thought he was going to get there.
Didn't look like he was going to get, did it?
And had to do a 360 to kind of catch that ball. You want to catch that ball with the momentum going up. He had to basically turn around, catch it, reset, and get to the outside, but it brings down third down for Oregon.
Oregon has been good in third downs this year, almost 50%, 48% effective on third downs. This is a very makeable third down and 3. Sadiq comes out to the right, 2 receivers go left, and Davison is to the Davison to the left of Dante. Snap. It's going to be a pass rolling to his right, and now throwing downfield, open and caught. Well, I thought he was going further downfield. It'll be a first down. Benson makes the grab, but I thought he was going down to Jamari Johnson. Jamari Johnson had leaked and got in behind everybody.
There's a big collision down there, and a couple of Minnesota players shaking up on the play.
Officials timeout.
Yeah.
To a player of the defense. Timeout on the field.
Benson comes off limping a little bit.
I thought, really, it looked like to me that Dante had a lay-in there with Jordan Davison wide open out in the flat. He took a little bit of a chance throwing it in that pile like that, but great catch by Benson.
And I thought he was going to launch a little further, because I thought Jamari Johnson had got behind as well. He had a couple of different ways he could go, but it's a first down nonetheless. Benson went out limping a little bit, and the Gophers and an injured man near the sideline as well who was up and on his feet. So 5:46 remaining here in this third quarter. Oregon will have it first down at the Minnesota 46 when we come back. 28-13 to Ducks lead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Watson Stadium. Jerry Allen, Jorgie, Dusty Hara, cast of thousands all around us. Right now, watching an Oregon lead of 28-13 in the first out coming up at the Minnesota 45-yard line. Safeway is the official grocery partner of your Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway, play the Score Big Sweepstakes, enter for a chance to win great prizes such as duck gear or season tickets.
That was a pretty important third down conversion there for Oregon on 3rd and 3. They're 4 for 5 tonight on third down conversions, but that one kind of thrown into harm's way a little bit. A nice catch by Benson to come down with that first down. And 2 or 3 guys with that collision being so violent at the point of the catch. There were a lot of guys laying on the floor afterwards. Man, laying on that turf, laying there, and they didn't know what to do.
One of the guys that bounced hard was John Nestor. He's up and okay. But
Coy Parrish was the other one.
There was some bodies. Here's first down under center for Dante Moore. Davison, the lone back behind him. All receivers in tight except for one. And play action to throw. Going to keep it. Throw down. It's caught. And Sadiq with a grab. Keeps it inbounds. It goes out of bounds inside the 30. Thought he was going to go out about the 31 or maybe the 32, but he stepped in and took it down for another 3 yards.
Pretty athletic move there by Sadiq to make that catch. And you think he's just going to run out of bounds, like you said, Jared. He stops right on the sideline, fights his way up for another 4 or 5 yards.
First down at the 28, and here's the give to Davison. He's going to lose yards. Rare loss on a running play tonight for Oregon. A loss of 3 back outside the 30-yard line.
Well, you think about all those rushing yards Oregon had in the first quarter and a half, and it's kind of died down. Everything's been through the air, so there they tried to run it, and they got stuffed.
And Davison will go out into the game. Here, Hill will set up to the right of Dante as the officials let Minnesota substitute as Oregon did. Trips left for Dante, one alone to the right. Dante empties the backfield now. And back to throw. Looks screen left. No, going to go deep. Going to go left side and just outside of Johnson's reach. Jamari Johnson got one hand up on it, but he couldn't quite reel it in. He had a step. Yeah, he had an opportunity if he just could not ricochet that ball off his hand or bounce it into his other hand. Great effort, though.
Got the matchup you want, too. Tied in on a linebacker, Kingsbury, and he beats him by a yard. And that ball had to be pretty perfectly thrown and just a few inches outside that catch.
3 receivers out to the left again. Dante with 2 receivers to the right now. Whittington will come back and join him in the backfield to his right. On third down and 13 at the 31. Back to throw. Dante wants to go over the middle, and did he catch it? It is a catch. Sadiq, first down. Kenyon Sadiq. Dusty Hara toward the sideline. Mike, you had a good view of that.
Kenyon Sadiq in traffic goes down to one knee. Defender grabbing onto his left arm. He rattled that thing in with one arm. His right arm, he just one-handed scooped it right in.
What a play by, wow, that's just incredible.
Jeez.
96 yards, his best game this year. In fact, I'm going to say his career. He's having a game. He is having a game. First down to the 16-yard line. This is incredible. So Ducks over low with them. We're going to get a whistle timeout. Oregon, they had extra linemen in. We're going to do something.
Or did Minnesota take it?
First time out of the half.
Oregon.
Yep,
okay.
Ducks take the timeout. So we'll take it as TB does. 3:30 remaining here in this third quarter. 28-13. Oregon trying to get more as they'll have it first down at the Minnesota 16. When we come back in our Country Financial broadcast booth here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal housing opportunity.
Your burger is served.
Thank you.
And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar.
The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile.
Now that is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. Jerry Jorge and Dusty down on the sideline, our Toyota sideline Mike. We are seeing one of the best athletes, football players that we've seen in a long time. And Oregon's had some good ones, but Dusty, this Kenyon Sadiq is unique.
Yeah, he is. He truly is. He's a specimen. You and I were both just talking in the break. That's the word to describe Kenyon Sadiq, because his athleticism paired with his size is truly unique. And the way that he moves, I mean, he is truly one of a kind. And that catch that he just had is one of the best catches you'll see. A defender draped on him, down on one knee, and he's able to corral that with one hand. And a great throw by Dante Moore, who got hit right as he let go of it. Pressure in his face, stepped up, delivered the strike where only his guy could get it into traffic. That's a big-time throw and a big-time catch.
Yeah, we might kind of keep an eye on Dante Moore, too. He's kind of checking that right index finger out when he was over there on the sideline, warming up, playing catch, and continue to kind of look at his index finger a little bit. He's in the game right now, but just keep an eye on that as the game goes on, because it might have gotten hit when he threw that ball.
I want to say, for Kenyon Sadiq, he can make all catches. He can make all the catches. He can dive for the ball. He can go up high for the ball. He can reach behind him. He's like a wide receiver that's playing tight end.
Bingo! Wide receiver and a tight end body.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's amazing. 16-yard line, first down. Way out to the right is Benson, all alone as a wide receiver. A couple of others grouped tight to the right. Tight ends, two of them there. And Dante on first down. And the ball to Winnington up the middle. Dives inside the 15. We'll go to about the 13-yard line. Pick up of maybe 3. Second down at about 7. Good to see Alex Harkey back in the game this week after missing last week. But tough to see Janoris Wilson not in this week. So Oregon's depth. A lot of guys playing. That's the way they practice. Woodington again to the right of Dante. Two receivers out to the right. H-back right. And the snap. Back to throw. A little play action to the end zone. Back shoulder throw. Catch made. Was he in? Touchdown! McClellan! Jeremiah McClellan had to wait for the official to say yes. He got the toe in. Touchdown, Oregon. You know we're going to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, he is laying out of bounds with his body, basically, not on the ground yet, and it's a matter, are his feet down when he catches this ball? I think he's out of bounds.
I would not be shocked if they overturn.
I don't think that foot is fully inbounds. It's laying right on the out-of-bounds marker, so great catch.
Ruling of a touchdown is under review.
Yeah, that leg from the knee down to the ankle is almost out of bounds. But we'll wait for the official, the review, to make it.
I wonder if they have any ground level shot. Is that foot laying out of bounds right there? Or is his toe just inbounds?
You can't tell.
You can't tell.
It was a heck of a catch and a contortion by McClellan to get a foot inbounds if he could, because he had to go up, reach for the ball, gather it in.
Yeah, it looks like his leg and his foot are kind of laying on the ground when he catches that ball.
He's still gathering the ball in. He didn't really have total control of it before he hits the ground. Yeah,
true.
It'll be interesting. He wants it.
I wouldn't doubt it if they take this one away.
Dusty here at our Toyota sideline. Mike, you get a better view of it than we do down there?
I did not. That was on the opposite sideline, but what I think you guys hit the nail on the head there in that it was so close when his toe is dragging and then the side of his leg comes down too. I think as he corrals the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if they overturn it, but the longer a review takes, the better it is for Oregon to kind of figure this thing out, and it may bode well for the Ducks because is there enough to overturn it? There is, though. The ball kind of does pop up and spin after he hit the ground, though, too. And do they call it surviving the ground when he hits the ground? Because the ball does jostle as he kind of turns over.
And it just feels like,
well, they're taking a long time.
This feels like it's not going to go their way. Who knows? Maybe not enough to overturn it.
I'll tell you what, though, that is an incredible effort by Jeremiah McClellan. And, Jorgie, you mentioned the finger of Dante Moore. I think his finger might be okay because that was a laser that came out of his hand.
2:52 remaining here. They're still looking at it in the third quarter. 34-13 if it stands. But this is one of the longer reviews we've seen in a while. Here we go.
After reviewing the play, the receiver with possession of the pass had his left toe inbound. Touchdown is upheld.
Well, you just take it, right? I mean,
well, I'm
not going to argue that.
We never had a really good enough view, and I think that's why they took so long. They called it a touchdown. They were looking for something to overturn it, and they couldn't find it.
There you go, Jerry. I think the whole key to that is they called it a touchdown to begin with. Then you got to have irrefutable evidence to overturn it, and must not have.
Didn't have a good camera angle. Here's the point after kick up, and good. And the Ducks will add and make it 35-13. Another $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation from On Point and their On Point touchdowns for teachers.
Yeah, I wish we would have had a ground, like a down tight to the ground level to see if his whole foot was laying out of bounds or if his toe was still in bounds. And then did he control it? Not enough evidence to overturn it. And I'll tell you what, tonight so far, other than Oregon's fumble that allowed Minnesota to get a field goal, their other drives tonight, 75 yards, 66 yards, 75, 75, and 75. So there are 5 possessions other than the fumble, all 66 yards or more, and all for touchdowns, and that's the way you do it. And what a great answer by Oregon's offense, too. The Toyota drive summary, 11 plays, 75 yards, and 525. McClellan, a fantastic 10-yard touchdown reception, gets his toe down, and Sappington kicks the extra point. Oregon 35, Minnesota 13, 2:52 left here in the third quarter. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Ducks have it teed up. Gage Hurrick will get his foot into it and drive it high and deep, and no return. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. So for Jeremiah McClellan, he was like, oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Yeah! Second touchdown on the year for Jeremiah McClellan. Came into the game tonight with 16 receptions. Oregon missing Gary Bryant, Decorian Moore. I mean, I'll tell you what, guys have stepped up. Guys have stepped up.
First and 10 Gophers.
I think Oregon's depth is quietly proving to be as good as recruiting has proven. Here's the play-action throw. A little shot over the middle, incomplete. Trying to do the fake sweep. And they call
that looked like an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's an incomplete pass. Dusty, you thought it might be live.
Pass is incomplete.
I thought the ball was thrown and then knocked to the ground.
Yeah, Jerry Mixon, great in coverage, but the white hat official did not. He let the play go, and Mateo scooped it up and ran into the end zone as if it was live, and then he made the right play in checking back with the side judge to see if it was
the game clock.
Incomplete or a live ball.
Yeah, I think Dusty's right. Nobody did anything when that ball hit the ground. So you just keep play on.
That's great coaching. You coached that, you guys. Second down and 10 from the 25-yard line, Minnesota. And play halted for a moment. They're not reviewing anything. Let's make sure everybody's got substitutions in both sides. And now they're saying...
Please reset the game clock to 2:47. 2:47.
2:47. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left. Third quarter. 35-13. And here we go on second down and 10 from the 25 for Minnesota. Under center for Lindsey. They'll go back, hand it off. Taylor is going to get to the right. I didn't even see that handoff. A jet sweep. That's why I looked down for just a moment to look at Taylor's numbers. And I looked back up, and he went from the left all the way to the right. Nice play. Third down and 3.
Boy, Taylor touches it a lot, doesn't he? In the pass game, in the run game. He's got 4 catches, 8 carries, so 12 touches. Pretty good running back out there, and that one was one of those ones where his speed got him outside to get the yardage.
Can't take your eye off the play for a moment. Now they're going to go full house backfield, and now they'll go Wildcat. Looking for the direct snap on third down and 3. There it is. And Taylor's going to keep it and go short of the first down by about a yard. It's going to be 4th and a yard at the 34-yard line in Minnesota.
I would think this has got to be go time for Minnesota. Down 35-13, almost to the end of the third quarter. You're not going to get very many possessions in the fourth quarter, so you got to make use of every one you get. And here's one of them right here.
So, 4th down and a yard at the Oregon, or the rather Minnesota 34-yard line. Break the huddle. Full house backfield. Now they split out for the Wildcat again. Taylor, the backhood at the direct snap. Makes the play call at the line. Wants the snap. Got it. Keeps it. Goes up the middle. And he will dive across and get the first down by a yard. He needed 1. He got 2.
Tough to stop that. Really tough to defend that because they spread you out just enough with some receivers to get all the bodies out of there. And then you got 2 running backs and really end up with a lead blocker with the running back that he doesn't give the ball to. So good move there. Nice play call by Minnesota to keep this drive alive. And this is our second drive of the second half. Only 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
They have done the Wildcat, or run that Wildcat, probably 3 or 4 times tonight. First down at the 36, their own. Golden Gophers trailing 35-13. Lindsey snapping back to throw. Pressure comes, gonna launch it, just throws it away. Had a corner blitz come. Yeah. I thought he got it. Well, there was nobody in the vicinity. I mean, nobody. And he didn't get out of the box. Dusty, I think that I didn't realize that. He never got out of the box, did he?
Yeah, he was just backpedaling back, saw pressure coming in his face, and he ended up just turfing that thing, and there wasn't a receiver within 10 yards of it.
You can do that if you scramble out to the right or left and get out of that tackle box and get it past the line of scrimmage. But he just launched that ball.
Yeah, he just kept giving ground, and that was nowhere near a receiver. So good call by the officials. And a loss of down on that play, by the way, too.
All the way back at the 24-yard line. So 2nd and 22 now. Shotgun. 1 back. Long count, snap, back to throw on second down and very long. Pressure, hit down at the 15-yard line. Tatum Tuioti with his 6.5 sack of the year. You mentioned earlier, Jorgie, how active he has been this year.
Makes a lot of plays. Pressure on the quarterback. Stands his ground when he's supposed to have contain or a read game. He just has really made great decisions this year so far.
End of the third quarter. We played 3. And you know what that means here at Autzen Stadium. And everybody is on their feet. And Minnesota Golden Gopher fans are going to get a chance to experience something special as we let you all at home listen to what is, we think, the best in-game celebration by fans in the nation. This place is awesome. Part of the experience is watching the video. All the ex-players, Tinker Hatfield, Neil Evers, It just amazes me how quiet it can be here. It's kind of spooky. It's kind of cool. Oh, nice. Oh, my. There's nothing like it in college football in America. It's pretty special. Jerry Allen Jorge down on the sideline, Dusty Harrop. The whole group, John Lundquist, Ryan Milano, Chris Clayton, Joey Macca behind us, all dancing. I'm assuming Ashley Gentry is dancing back in the studio too, and if she's not, well, I know she is. Third quarter stats. First downs, Oregon 21, Minnesota 13. Rushing yards, 143 through three quarters. 40, beg your pardon, in the third quarter, 143 yards for Oregon, 40 for Minnesota. Passing yards, 264 to 124. So total for the game right now, Oregon 407 yards of offense to 164 for Minnesota. Here's third down and forever. After the penalty and the sack. All the way back at their 15.
Keep everything in front of you.
Lindsey back to throw. Going to show the little screen and Brock into the grab. Going to get some yards, but go up to about the 25. But it's going to be third down and still about 21.
Well, I'll tell you what, after that shout, there are no fans like Oregon fans. They are the best. It's not even close.
They know their part. They know their role.
Man.
And they enjoy it. So fourth down. And the Ducks will get it back with what looks like pretty good field position. Benson is at his own 30. Good snap. No big rush. Punt away. Drives Benson all the way back to the 21. Got to get it outside. Does. 30. One man to beat. Won't do it. He'll go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Well, so far through three quarters, Kenyon Sadiq, 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Dante Moore, 24 of 27, 264 yards and 2 touchdowns. On that punt, 54 yards by Weston and a 9-yard return from Benson. And Oregon, pretty good field position, will start at their own 30-yard line as we just start the fourth quarter. And Oregon leading 35-13. Impressive performance by this Oregon football team. Minnesota only gives up 100 yards rushing per game. A little more than that. Oregon's got 143 through three quarters. So Hill, left side of Dante, gets the pitch going left. Hill, go outside, gets there a little bit, 30, and then run out of bounds about the 35. They get 5 yards. De'Aaron Hill, 5'11", 205, a freshman. Both Hill and Davison playing like veterans. 3 receivers stretch out to the right. 2 left, empty backfield. Dante on second down and 5.
This ball may go to Hill again.
Nobody back behind him, and we got a whistle timeout, Minnesota. I'm not surprised. They probably were expecting Oregon to bring a running back to join Dante, but on second down and 5, they go empty, and Minnesota didn't like what they saw. They'll call a timeout. 13:47 remaining here in this fourth quarter. How about this? Only Oregon's second possession of the second half. It's kind of amazing. Minnesota has controlled the clock in this half. 35-13, break time. Oregon with the lead and the ball. Second down and about 5. We come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA. It is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families, and one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
.47, fourth quarter, 35-13 Oregon with the lead and the ball second and 5, about their own 35 when we come back, or we are back. Duck football brought to you by Hoodoo Ski Area. Locally owned, and snow is falling in the mountains. An owned and operated destination for winter fun, a proud sponsor and supporter of Oregon athletics. We're back, but Dusty Hare is not. He's somewhere down there in a cowboy hat still doing shout.
But he's dry. I'm dry.
Oh,
hey,
that's true. That's a big point.
That's the big thing here. Today has been a great day because there is no moisture in the sky. It never rains at Autzen. No. Sometimes it monsoons, sometimes it drizzles. We got nothing. What a great night for football.
State Farm cowboy hats have been a big hit tonight. People all wearing them. It's a great look. Here's second and 5 from the 35-yard line. Left hash, empty backfield again. 2 receivers to the right. And now Hill will come back and join Dante Moore in the backfield, set up to his left in that shotgun. Dante on second and snap. Give it to Hill. Hill's going to stop, cut, try to get up, and does. First down, and he'll get it across the 40. Stop, jump cut, and gets a nice run of about 7 or 8.
Hard run and good balance, too. You see him get inside. He's got to keep that level low, able to break off those tackles. Nobody really got a clean shot at him in the hole, and that's what's nice is he just kept it going. Nice second down gain to move the chains to first down.
Carter Mintz thought he had him and just lost him. Hill to the left of Moore. Shotgun, back to throw. Quick screen over. It's a one-man screen. Johnson's got a Jamari across the 50. Swings around one man, by through a tackle all the way to the 41. Another first down. And a pickup of near 14. Give it a 16-yard.
How about that move?
Little spin move.
I mean, Devin Williams, the linebacker, number 9, came up to get him, and he went ahead and cut back inside and just almost froze it right on the spot to get up the field.
First down at the 41 of Minnesota. 3 receivers strung out to the right. And now empty backfield as Hill goes out there. Let's see if they throw him the ball. Dante, snap, back to throw. Looking downfield. Now we'll go down and open and catch made. Roger Saliapaga, tight end, has been effective in this ball game. He was open on the right-hand side down about 15, 20 yards.
And I think Darius Green, number 12, thought he had a good angle on this to be able to get to it. But Dante Moore tonight is hot as a pistol.
Slinging the ball. 18 yards on that play. Back to throw again. Swing it left side. Catch made. McClellan's going to go out of bounds inside about the 15-yard line. Short of the first down. Yeah, put it right at the 15. It'll be second down and 1. And McClellan will come out. Jeremiah lost a shoe on that tackle. 12 minutes and change remaining here in this fourth and final quarter. 35-13. Oregon with a lead. And at the 15-yard line, 2nd and 1. Boy, you can do a lot of things right here. Do a whole lot of things. Dante Harris in the pistol behind him and a running back each way. Turn, give it to Harris. Nope, he kept it. It's going to go left. Gets it outside, stumbles for the first down. And if he doesn't trip himself up, he might score.
Oh, he probably has a smile on his face going, I can't believe I just did that.
Benson comes up and says something to him.
Ball forward and out of bounds. It will be returned.
I didn't see him lose the ball.
Which results in a first
down.
down.
He did. But he fumbled it out of bounds beyond the down marker. And it'll be Oregon's ball.
I tell you, sometimes those turf monsters will get your toe, you know.
He had room to the left. It was going to be a foot race, but I thought he might make it. Got a first down anyway to the 13-yard line. Make that the 11. Just inside the 12, near the 11-yard line, under center. Go back, hand it off. Harris going to go right. Harris trying to get the edge. Harris gets the edge and the touchdown. Jay Harris. His first touchdown of the year. And that's just a my speed against your speed, I beat you.
Decisive. He took that handoff, saw the gap, and went right to it as quickly as he could. There was no indecision there by Jay Harris. That's what gets him to the hole. That's what keeps him going outside and then speed into the end zone. Nice run. Very impressive drive there by Oregon.
Jayonte McMillan thought he had the angle on Harris, but could not catch up to him. The extra point try coming up. Sappington to make it maybe 42-13. Snap placement and the kick up, and it is 42-13 with 11:09 remaining in this fourth quarter. And another touchdown, another $1,000 all season long. On Point making that donation of $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation. Thank you, On Point. 42-13, timeout. Oregon showing some stuff here tonight against the Minnesota Golden Gophers, who came in bowl eligible and will leave here still bowl eligible, but with right now what appears to be a somewhat lopsided loss. But a lot of football to go, 11 minutes. We'll see if we come back to Oregon. Autzen Stadium, Rich Brooks Field on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
There's nothing like the warmth of a campfire. But when it's left unattended, a campfire can destroy your favorite outdoor destinations. Don't let this happen to you. Make sure you have water and a shovel close to the campfire. Put the campfire completely out before calling it a night and before leaving the campsite. Drown the fire with water, stir the coals, and drown it again until it is cool to the touch. Score one for Oregon by keeping our forests green and beautiful. Learn more about campfire safety at keeporegongreen.org.
Ducks.
Touchdown, Oregon.
Golden Gophers.
If the ball's there, it's easy. The ball was there, and it was easy.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
11:09 left here in the fourth quarter, 42-13. Today's game brought to you by our Cowboy hat sponsor, State Farm. Like your good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And people dancing with those Cowboys, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Some good, some not so good. Well, another impressive drive by Oregon there. Total drive summary, 7 plays, 70 yards, 3:06 off the clock. Jay Harris comes in. Great 12-yard touchdown run. Sappington's extra point. It's Oregon 42, Minnesota 13, 11:09 left in this game. 42 passing yards, 28 rushing yards on that drive. And let me give you the length of the drives, touchdown drives here for Oregon tonight. And their drives, 75, 66, 75, 75, 75, and 70. The only time they did not score was when they fumbled the ball on a trick play, and Minnesota got 3 points off it. Otherwise, those are the drives for a total right now of 480 yards. Impressive, Jerry.
I'll tell you what, with still 11 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter, and you look at that 480, Oregon, now 477 now on the board. Barring something unforeseen, will be well over 500 yards in this game tonight against a Minnesota defense that has allowed only 300 yards a game.
Impressive.
Really.
And do we see much more of Dante Moore after he's gone 27 for 30 tonight? Wow.
His best passing game of his career, I believe. Joey said, and that kick's going to go into the back of the end zone and out. Yeah, he's had, and he spread the ball around. Ron, you said, 10 different receivers? 10 different receivers tonight for Dante Moore. A couple of things to mention there. He's surveying the field, and the reason he's surveying the field is his offensive line has really been doing a good job protecting him. Only one time tonight has he really been in jeopardy. He went down on that sack, but otherwise it's been a great offensive performance tonight. So, first down, Drake Lindsey. Fene Ijiboy, the running back. Redshirt freshman. From under center for Lindsey, and he'll send a motion man left, go back and hand the ball off. Ijiboy's going to try to go inside then outside and then go nowhere. He'll get a couple of yards, and that's it. On the stop for Oregon, going to see some people in here. Braden Platt, inside linebacker. Ducks going to get some bodies in the ballgame now. And you love to see this. Offord goes in at corner. Naeem Offord, 6'1", 195-pound freshman. I see a lot of bodies here in the final 10.5 minutes. Second down and 8. Lindsey under center again. Go back and a quick screen to the right-hand side, and not a whole lot of room. Pretty short tackle at the 31-yard line. Dale and Austin wrapped him up around the legs and would not let him go. It'll force a third down and about 5, maybe 4. That ball on the 31-yard line, so you get a first down to the 35. 42-13. Oregon with the lead here. And fans still enjoying themselves. Shotgun for Lindsey. 3 receivers in a group out to the left. Now one in motion back. That's the tight end who sets up on the left side. Back to throw, then a roll to his left. Trying to turn and throw it upfield, and it's incomplete. Too much pressure on Lindsey. He could not set up and throw the ball running to his left. And Minnesota's got an offensive lineman down and getting up at the 28-yard line. That's Nathan Roy, who is a 6'5", 305-pound redshirt freshman. And it'll be fourth down, and Minnesota will punt it away. Roy limping off. Hope that young man's okay. Another redshirt freshman. A good combination of young guys and veterans on this Minnesota team. So to punt again, Tom Weston. Benson back at his 25-yard line. He's had a chance for returns. This one will be high in the air. Fair catch called for this time and taken at the 23-yard line. So Weston's done a pretty good job punting tonight for Minnesota. One of their bright spots, and you don't want it to have to be your punter, but it has been tonight. 9:27 remaining. Fourth quarter. After a 46-yard punt and a fair catch, we'll go away and come back with more Duck football. 42-13 Oregon, the lead on the Minnesota Golden Gophers here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
From the first whistle to the final play, being an Oregon fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
.9:27 left in this game. 42-13, and Oregon will get another chance. Dante Moore does not appear to be coming out. Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline Mike, who do you think's coming into this ballgame at quarterback?
Well, it looks like Brock Thomas is down here getting warmed up. It's not unfamiliar, though, to see the backup quarterbacks throwing the ball around, but Dante Moore does not have his helmet on right now. He has his helmet in his hand, but not with the offense in the huddle with his helmet on, which is usually what we see from Dante. It'll be interesting to see if we see him again after what has been a prolific night behind center.
Dante Moore, if he does not come back, 27 of 30, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wow. And it's not just Dante Moore and his performance tonight, but the offensive line, the receivers, all of them.
Yeah, some of the catches they've made. I mean, they've been great throws and really, really solid decisions all night by Dante Moore. But you got to get help from receivers every once in a while, too, and they've done their job tonight. There's no doubt about that.
So the Ducks will bring Brock Thomas in. See Dave Eiley still in there. Fox Craters at left tackle now for Oregon. So Kavika Rogers along that offensive line.
Jerry, you and I could play catch with nobody guarding us, and I don't know if we could go 27 for 30.
No. That's a great line. Brock Thomas in with a running back to each side of him. Hill and Harris, I believe. Snap, give it to Hill going right there. D'Air's going to try to get it outside. Hard run, but for nothing. It gets it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. His second down and still about 10. Duck football brought to you by Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Jay Harris's helmet, was that it that came off? 12 for Minnesota. I saw Harris running out. I didn't hear the number. It was Minnesota who had to bring somebody in. Second down and took 10 at the 23-yard line. Shotgun. Thomas. Brock waits for the snap. Got it. Back to throw. One step, throw, catch made way up high. Cooper Perry. Well, I've just been so impressed with Cooper Perry all through fall camp and practice up to this point. He just makes plays. When he gets targeted, if he gets his hands on it, he's going to catch the ball.
And not afraid to put his nose into harm's way, too.
Pickup of 5, third down and 5. 3rd and 5. Ducks at their own 27. Be an empty backfield, and offense or defense in a pass caught. It's going to be low for the first down. The flags fly. Thought they were going to blow a whistle and stop it, but it's offsides. It was not against Oregon. It was against Minnesota, so the play will stand. 19 or 14 yards. 14 yards on that play.
Offside. Defense, 5-yard penalty is declined.
I saw Minnesota jump into the neutral zone, but I didn't know if they'd been drawn offside, but they let the play go. That's kind of a dead giveaway.
Yeah, nice throw by Brock Thomas there. Justice Lowe got around the corner.
Number 97 of the defense.
Got around the corner and up in what they call the hole between the safety and the corner, and that's exactly where Thomas put the ball. Nice throw and catch.
Kind of got it over a linebacker, too. Didn't over the top of him. First down at the 41. Low in motion all the way to the right. Trips out there. Hand the ball off again. And Hill gets stuffed this time. He loses a couple of yards. He'll go back to the 38-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 13. Ducks at 493 yards rushing. 8:07 remaining. Second down and 13 at the 38. Empty backfield. Thomas to throw. Quick throw. Catch made. Saliapaga is going to go one nice run outside the 45. He's going to pick up a big chunk, about 8 yards. But it's going to bring up 3rd down. Roger Saliapaga, 6'4", 245, only a sophomore.
I was just getting ready to say, I think that guy's got a bright future.
Yes.
The more plays he gets, he's just going to get better and better and better. Very athletic, big guy.
Empty backfield for Thomas. 4 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Thomas back to throw off to the snap. Steps. Now going to have to run and going to get stopped short of the first down at the 37-yard line. And I would assume Oregon will bring the punt team on 4th down at about 3. And here they come. What a place to have to punt it away. When you just reach that 503. They give him 3 yards. 503 yards of offense now. Crazy. 4th down at 4. And James Ferguson Reynolds will get to touch the ball, the punter, for the first time in the game tonight.
He's pretty good right about this spot on the field.
Snap. Steps up. Boots it high. And fair catch called for at the 10-yard line. Minnesota's Golden Gophers will take it over there with 6:29 remaining. Oregon leading 42-13. That's a 42-yard punt and no return. Well, it'll be interesting to see what we choose for our play of the game. And our play, well, I'll tell you who our player of the game is going to be. There's no doubt about it. We have, I think, a couple of selections, but Dante Moore's had a night. But the plays of the game are multiple. Catches, runs. Dusty Hare downstairs, our Toyota sideline. Mike?
I got a question for you guys. Which catch was better on the Jeremiah McClellan touchdown drive? Was it Jeremiah's touchdown catch or from one knee with one hand, Kenyon Sadiq?
I mean, there's been some highlight catches tonight.
Yeah, it's a great question.
You know, it's the biggest choice is going to be the play of the game.
Here's a handoff up the middle. Nope, cut it outside. Ichiboy's going to try to gain the edge. Gets the corner a little bit. Gets a good 8-yard run as he goes out of bounds near the duck bench on the far side. Nothing where he wanted to run and cut it outside. Find holiday gifts on their wish list and yours with ease this season. Get great deals along the way at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
I mean, don't forget about Noah Whittington's run, McClellan's catch, Sadiq's catches. Yeah, a lot of them out there.
In the highlight reel game, 2nd down and 3. And handed off going right. Trying to cut it up, getting near the 21, and that going to be short of the first down. He didn't quite get there.
I think they're going to move him.
Cam Davis, who had 30 carries coming into tonight, gets his first carry of the ball game, and they move the chains. He got the first down. So Max Shikajansky, 6'2", 185, a redshirt sophomore, has only thrown the ball 5 times. Here is first down. Running back to his right, Cam from the shotgun, gets the handoff, and goes to the right side. Cam Davis, the ball carrier. 5:06. Clock moving here in this 4th quarter, 42-13. Max Shikajansky. That's a mouthful. That's a big name. A redshirt sophomore.
There's a lot of letters in that name.
There's a lot of letters. Brings him up, 2nd down and 8 from under center. Cam Davis again, a running back by himself behind him. Receivers tight to the formation, left and right. And here's the handoff again, and up the middle, and getting free for a moment, getting about 4, almost 5 is Cam Davis again. It'll bring up third down and about 2 or 3 with 4:19 remaining.
Let me spell that for you. Shikenjanski. Shikenjanski.
It's Irish, isn't it?
You've done a nice job with it, I'll tell you. Every time you've said it exactly like you're supposed to.
Third down and 3 from the 28. Shotgun. And the handoff, kept it, and he got stuffed. It was a design quarterback draw. Well, actually, probably a read play, but he kept it, and he got tackled in the backfield. Lopa was in a heartbeat. Kingston Lopa got in the backfield in a hurry. And he came all the way from the secondary around the outside. So 3:18 remaining, and the Ducks will get the ball back on an apparent punt on 4th down and 5. Tom Weston to punt it away. And his own 30-yard line. Snap, punt away. It's going to be a short and bounce and roll inside the 30. Inside the 25 as the Ducks let it roll down at the 23-yard line. So 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in this football game. What's ahead? Well, for Oregon, it's getting near the end of the season.
The ball was illegally touched by the kicking team at the 35-yard line.
So the ball was illegally touched by the kicking team way up at the, where are they going to put it? 35-yard line. So it was touched, or I guess you could say downed by the punt team, Minnesota, at the 35. So even though it blew dead at the 23, they'll put it back where it was first touched by Minnesota. 2 games remaining after this in a regular season. USC here next week. Talk about that coming up. Here is Thomas. Hand the ball off, going right. Harris trying to get outside. Not going to get there. He'll lose maybe a yard. Back to the 24-yard line. I tell you, there's a guy right now watching this football game who's got to be a little excited. Josh Bidwell, who punted for Oregon, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay in the NFL. His son Brady walked on and is now in the game. I can't imagine what that feeling would be like. Cannot imagine.
Gotta love it.
2nd down and 11 at the 34. Clock going down, and they're probably, they're almost both dead even. They're going to let this one go down to the 2-minute timeout. And the clock, they were both exactly.
This is the 2 minutes.
Exactly right on. Oregon's play clock hit 0 when the game clock hit 2 minutes. That's a rarity. So 514 yards of total offense for Oregon. And with 2 minutes remaining, we get a timeout. And remind you that Duck Football is brought to you by Pepsi. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi. Let's get out of here and come back for the final 2 minutes on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
A pepperoni pizza for the table. May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
You'll get more than you expect with McValue at McDonald's. So when you've spent too much on a night out, get deals on the after party. When you've got date night, get deals on favorites that'll make you their favorite. And when you've got family for the weekend, we've got breakfast.
Buy one, add one for $1. Now with Sausage McGriddles and other breakfast favorites. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium, Rich Brooks Field. The crowd has thinned out. They know how this one's going to end, and they're headed to the exits. Still a whole lot of cowboy hats out there right now. 42-13. Let's go downstairs on our Toyota sideline. Mike and Dusty Hariba, how do you pick the plays of the game here tonight? We have seen some spectaculars.
They were just showing during the 2-minute timeout on the screen some of the completions and catches that have happened here, and they have been phenomenal. I mean, you can go from the Malik Benson toe tap, the Jeremiah McClellan toe tap, Kenyon Sadiq, Jamari Johnson. Also, how about, we already forgot about the Noah Whittington run where he fumbles and then regains it after breaking 3 tackles and being in a pile and then popping out of nowhere. It's been a big play day, and this is a short-handed Ducks offense leading without 2 of their top 4 leading receivers, and they're putting on a show. Incredible.
It has been. It has been impressive against, not a great defense, but a really good defense based on the way they played this year. Minnesota has played really well defensively. Save a game or 2, and certainly this one. 2nd down and 11. Pistol formation. Brock Thomas waits for the stamp. Got it. And Harris will go kind of up the middle and then get pushed sideways. No gain. It'll be 3rd down and long, and 1:53 remaining. And it'll be interesting to see if they have Brock Thomas go to the air here. 502 yards of offense against a solid defense. It's been impressive. 2 receivers strung out to the right, 2 to the left. Now Harris comes back and joins. Thomas in the backfield and a shotgun to his left. Thomas has settled down. We'll look to the sideline and get the play with 1:24 and the clock moving. Now Harris shifts over to his right. And Thomas. It's the play clock on the way down. Hands the ball off. Harris goes up the field and gets near a 1st down. He'll be about 3 short. It'll be 4th down and 3 with 1:06 remaining. And Oregon may go for it here on 4th down with under a minute to play. I think they're going to leave the offense on the field. 4th and 3. Minnesota's bringing a punt returner on, and now he sprints off the field, realizing this is the offense that's still on there. They're going to take the play clock down probably to near 0. I would think maybe call a timeout.
Yeah, and then maybe punt the ball or take the penalty. Either way. Just run as much as you can off the clock and then punt it away, I'll bet.
Yeah, Coach Lanning called a timeout.
2nd timeout, a half. Oregon.
Okay, called timeout. 4th and short. Why not run the play?
Run the play. If you don't get it, you leave Minnesota maybe time for 1 play, and that's it.
Pretty interesting stat that I appreciate Joey Mack sharing during the week, and we were talking about it tonight. You think about Minnesota, and defensively they played pretty good all season long in relation to yardage. They only give up a little over 300 yards of offense per game, about 200 passing, a little over 100 rushing. But what they have is a lot of tackles for loss and sacks. And that's what keeps that yardage amount really low.
That's true.
68 tackles for loss. Oregon only has 40 coming to this game. 68 tackles for loss. Oregon has 40, and they have 32 sacks. But as Joey said, 32 sacks, and I think 27 of them are at home, only 5 on the road.
Well, I want to give credit to Dusty, because we talked about this on Duck Insider, and Dusty went deep dive on how they're a different team, home versus road.
And here's 1 sack tonight. It's all they have. 32 for the season, but just 1 tonight.
Oregon will punt it away. And into the air, James Ferguson Reynolds punches that ball and will go into the end zone and come out to the 25-yard line with 21 seconds remaining. And Oregon will end the game with 510 yards of total offense. 179 rushing, 331 passing. Minnesota with 196 yards of offense. Duck Football brought to you by SiriusXM. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, streaming on the SiriusXM app.
Ferguson Reynolds punted that ball so easy, and it just took off. It just jumped off his foot. That was amazing.
And what could be the final play of the night. A handoff up the middle, cut it outside. Davis gets a very short run of about 4 yards. Clock at 14 seconds, and that should be the final play of the game. Minnesota's not going to run another one. P.J. Fleck comes out onto the field. He'll head to the middle. Dan Lanning will meet him, and they will congratulate each other, and we'll move to next week. Final score, Oregon 42, Minnesota 13. That was an impressive performance by this football team. I mean, a lot of people, not just one guy, not one group, not the offense, not the defense, but everybody. And the coaching staff, tip of the hat to you. You had your guys prepared to play football tonight in a 42-13 win, the Ducks over Minnesota. And again, Jordan, you talked about it. This is a good defense. They've caused people some problems this year. They've got 6 wins. Oregon made them look average tonight. Even below average.
They sure did, Jerry. I mean, I completely agree with you in relation to the way Oregon's offense made Minnesota's defense look. And again, I think as Joey and Dusty have both said, Oregon's down some key players that are explosive type of players that you want to have in the biggest of the big games. One of them going to be next week with USC and the following week with Washington. And that's, Decorian Moore being one of them. Gary Bryant's out. You have some key guys that you want to get back. But the way they looked tonight and the way they operated, and as efficient as Dante Moore was, it didn't matter against a very good defense. And they got Minnesota on their heels right away, kept them on their heels all night long. Minnesota did a nice job coming out the second half to get a touchdown. 28-13, Oregon shut the door and took off from there. So really an impressive win here tonight by Oregon. Just playing some really good solid ball right now.
Dusty here, if you're still down there on the sideline or to the sideline. Mike, I mean, for Oregon, I think the most complete football game for them this season.
Yeah, I mean, one of the start to finish games that a lot of people have said, where did that team go from the beginning of the year that was doing this to opponents? Well, they came back to life tonight, and it was balance on both sides of the football. Running the ball and throwing the ball efficiently and effectively. It was one of the great passing nights in Oregon football history from Dante Moore. 27 of 30, a school record for completion percentage. I mean, think of the long list of quarterbacks that have played here, and that is a historical night for Dante Moore. This was an impressive performance, and when they're looking for style points, it doesn't get much more style than this, what we saw tonight.
Yeah, pretty impressive all the way. 42-13, the final. Before we go away, got to mention, Oregon down a lot of players, guys that are out. Maybe we don't know how long, some that are probable. We were missing one guy up here in the press box tonight who is probable for later in the week. Don Essig, sore throat, laryngitis. He couldn't go tonight. I said, stay home, lay down, and relax. We'll see you next week for USC. So, Don, we missed you tonight. It wasn't the same. It was different. It was good, but it wasn't the same without you. 42-13. Postgame show coming up here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Valley River Inn is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics and your go-to game day stay. Just minutes from Watson and right on the Willamette River. Enjoy 250 newly renovated rooms, a fitness center, bike rentals, outdoor pool, and riverside dining at Sweetwater's on the river. Whether you're in town for kickoff or need a local escape, catch the game, then catch your breath with us. Fans score 15% off with code HOMETEAM. Visit ValleyRiverInn.com and make your stay a win.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Palms facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in